Today's story is about Yi Chen, who arrived in this world 5 years ago. Yi Chen thought that, like every noble protagonist, he would have a system that would give him an amazing life and make him the strongest person in the world. But his luck was terrible. He couldn't even become a basic cultivator. He ended up as someone who couldn't cultivate at all. Everyone mocked him. To live peacefully, he moved to a small town near a sect. Yi Chen now owns a small grocery store and teaches children there. However, no one knows that his shop is actually comparable to a top-tier spiritual realm. Yi Chen also has a dog. Everyone thinks it's just an ordinary dog, but in reality, it's an extremely powerful demon king, strong enough to destroy the entire human world. Even though Yi Chen believes he's weak and useless, powerful immortals kneel before him, and even top cultivators regard him as a supreme master. So, with that, let's begin the story. At the start, we are told that this world is filled with immortals, powerful beasts and demon kings. If you are an immortal in this world, you can do anything. You can live however you want without any restrictions. The scene shifts to Yuan Town. Yi Chen says, "My name is Yi Chen, and right now my life is pretty miserable. It all started 5 years ago." We are shown his past. Yi Chen thinks, "Looks like I've time traveled. No problem, I'll get a system here. At the very least, I'll become powerful and maybe even have multiple wives since that's normal in this world. My dear system, where are you? Appear already." But even after waiting for a long time, no system appeared. He continues, "If not a system, then maybe I'll get a magic weapon, or a master, or something at least." But he got nothing. Crying, he says, "Please, someone help me. I'm stuck in this forest." After some time, he reaches a city where an old master is testing people's spiritual roots. The master says, "Come, test your fate. You can check your spiritual root and see how powerful a cultivator you can become." Yi Chen gets excited. "Finally, I must have a top-tier spiritual root." He places his hand on the testing orb. Seeing the result, the master was shocked. Yi Chen confidently says, "I know I'm a genius. Just say it out loud." But the master replies, "This is the first time I've seen someone with no spiritual root at all." Yi Chen was stunned. People behind him start mocking him. "What kind of trash has no spiritual root at all? This is the first time we've seen such garbage." After being humiliated, Yi Chen tries to join a sect, but they reject him, saying, "We don't accept trash." No matter how many times he tries, he fails to join any sect. Eventually, to survive, he settles in Yuan Town and opens a grocery store. He starts living a simple life, teaching children using the knowledge from his previous world. Now his life has become easier. He earns enough to live comfortably. Yi Chen thinks, "After coming here, I've finally found some peace. My artistic skills have improved a lot. Painting, calligraphy, even chess. It seems I have top-tier artistic talent. But what's the use? In this world, only cultivation matters. Without power, demons can kill you anytime. Art is useless here." His students notice him daydreaming and say, "Master Yi Chen is daydreaming again." He replies, "Listen carefully. Today we'll learn how to earn money using pork." But the children ignore him. They say, "What kind of class is this? Immortals are coming to our city. My mom wants me to become an immortal." Another child adds, "My father said the same. Studying alone won't save us from demons. We need to cultivate." They even ask him, "Master, why don't you become an immortal?" Yi Chen thinks, "What kind of students are these? They're making fun of me right in front of me." The kids say, "Don't worry, master. If we become immortals in the future, we'll protect you, since you can't protect yourself." Yi Chen sighs. "Still, these kids are kind. Even before becoming cultivators, they're thinking about me." Suddenly, one child shouts, "Finally! We're free from this useless class. The immortals have arrived." All the children run off excitedly. The scene shifts again. We see the immortals arriving. Among them is Kia, the chief disciple of the Yuanjian sect, along with other members of the sect. All the villagers greet them respectfully. Kia says, "Begin the disciple selection test." An immortal announces, "Everyone who wants to participate, form a line. First, tell your name, then place your hand on the testing orb." A woman brings her child forward and says, "My name is Li Gao, and this is my child." Meanwhile, one of the immortals thinks, "There's no point in coming here. Just like every year, the children here will probably be useless again." Then the woman said, "My child's name is Li Chenfeng." As soon as Kia heard the name, she was shocked. The woman asked, "Fairy, what happened? Is there something wrong with my child's name?" Kia replied, "No, not at all. It's actually a very good name." The woman smiled and said, "Of course it is. This name was given by Mr. Yi Chen. He's the wisest person around." Kia thought to herself, "I never expected a hidden master to be living in such a small town. He gave this child such a great name." The immortal then said to the child, "Come forward and place your hand on the crystal." Chunfeng stepped forward and placed his hand on it. Suddenly, a powerful golden light burst out of the crystal. Kia was surprised and asked, "What's going on? What kind of energy is this?" The immortal explained, "Senior sister, this child has a gold spiritual root, an extremely rare, high-quality true metallic root. A girl standing nearby thought, a high-quality metallic spiritual root? That's incredibly rare. Only a few people in this world possess such a powerful root. Meanwhile, Chunfeng thought proudly, I knew it, I'm destined to become a top master. Why is everyone so shocked? Kia said, this is an excellent result. Continue the test, we might find even more talented individuals. Other children stepped forward one by one saying, my name is Li Qianjiao. My name is Feng Zhongyan. My name is Wu Shui. My name is Zhonglan. As the immortal wrote down their names, he muttered in shock. What is going on here? These names are unusually lucky. They carry spiritual power within them. Kia asked, who gave you all these names? All the children replied together, our teacher, Master Yi Chen. He also teaches us. At that moment, Yi Chen was watching everything from his shop. Seeing the golden light, he thought, that's golden energy. It only appears in people with top-tier spiritual roots. Then he remembered how he had once told people that none of these children could become cultivators. He muttered nervously, if they actually become cultivators, I'm going to be seriously embarrassed. Meanwhile, the immortals finished their testing. Yuki said happily, this place is amazing. Even the food here is delicious. Coming to Yuan Town was definitely worth it. We found so many geniuses in just one day. Kia replied, I've never been here before, but even the surrounding aura feels extraordinary. Something unusual is definitely happening here. Yuki then noticed something and said, senior sister, look at these hairpins. They're beautifully made. Should we check out this shop? Kia's eyes fell on Yi Chen's store. She thought, is this just a grocery store? But when she looked at the signboard, she froze. She thought, these words, they feel extraordinary. It's as if a massive sword is sealed within them. Just by looking at them, my cultivation is improving. Moments later, she broke through to the next level. Yuki asked in surprise, senior sister, what happened? Why did you suddenly stop? Why aren't you saying anything? Kia smiled and said, junior sister, I just broke through to the 6th level of Yuan Sword stage. Yuki was shocked. What are you saying? You only reached the 5th level a few days ago. Master said it would take you 70 years to break through, but you did it in less than a week. Kia thought, just by looking at this shop signboard, my cultivation improved that I broke through. Whoever created it must be a master of unimaginable level. Yuki pulled her inside and said, let's go in. This shop looks interesting. As they entered, they saw Yi Chen. Yi Chen greeted them. Welcome to my shop. Kia thought, this man looks like a great master, but why can't I sense any cultivation from him? He seems like a normal mortal. Meanwhile, Yi Chen thought, they're dressed so well. They must be disciples from a powerful sect. I've heard immortals have a lot of money and buy things at high prices. Today is going to be a great day. I'm going to get rich. He said cheerfully, feel free to look around. Everything here is high quality and reasonably priced. You'll definitely like it. As they browsed, Kia's eyes fell on a painting. The moment she looked at it, a terrifying energy radiated from it. She thought, this energy is overwhelming. Even my immortal sword can't suppress it. What kind of painting is this? The sword intent within it is incredibly powerful. She felt energy surge through her body. It's filling my entire being. Even my meridians are reacting. I feel like I'm becoming much stronger. Suddenly she exclaimed, I've broken through again. I've reached the 7th level of the Yuan Sword stage. Grabbing Yi Chen's hand, she asked eagerly, may I ask, who created this painting? And who wrote the words on it? Yi Chen thought, looks like she really likes this painting. That's great, I'm about to make a lot of money. He replied, I painted it myself, and I also wrote the text. You could say I created the entire piece. I actually made this painting based on myself. Kia thought, he created this himself? Incredible. The energy within this painting is extraordinary. An ordinary cultivator wouldn't even be able to handle it. Yi Chen, confused by their reactions, said, what's wrong? Don't you like the painting? Then he thought to himself, why are they acting so strangely? These immortals are really weird. Yuki said, you've made this painting really well. Honestly, I couldn't even recognize that it was supposed to be you. You don't look this good in real life. Hearing this, Yi Chen almost spat out blood. Kia immediately scolded her. Junior sister, your cultivation is too low. You can't perceive the true meaning of this painting. If you understood its depth, you wouldn't say such foolish things. Kia thought to herself, this master looks young, yet he is incredibly composed. He didn't get angry at all after hearing Yuki's words. If even his painting releases such immense power, then how powerful must he himself be? She paused, then realized something. Wait, I can't sense any spiritual aura from him. There can only be one reason. His cultivation is far beyond mine. It's so high that I simply can't perceive it. He must be deliberately hiding his energy so no one can understand his true strength. Otherwise, why would someone like him run a small grocery store? And how could just one of his paintings help me break through? This master is truly extraordinary. Showing respect, Kia said, my name is Lu Kia, and I am a disciple of the Yuanjian Holy Land. It's an honor to meet you, senior. Yi Chen replied, I'm just a mortal. Being called senior by a fairy like you doesn't feel right. At the same time, he thought, no matter what she says, I'm not lowering the price. Kia thought, he's clearly incredibly powerful, so why does he call himself immortal? I understand now, his cultivation is so high that he's living here in seclusion. If he says he's immortal, it must have a deeper meaning. If I accidentally expose his secret, I won't survive. No matter what, I must not offend him. Meanwhile, Yi Chen was thinking, she's been acting so respectful since she arrived. Is she trying to get things for free? No, I won't allow that. I'll take a loss if I do. Kia, feeling pressured, thought, he's so powerful that I'm afraid to even lift my head. Anything could happen at any moment. She said respectfully, I've loved painting and calligraphy since childhood. After seeing your work, I've learned a lot. Thank you for your guidance, senior. Yi Chen thought, so that's why she's praising me so much. My cultivation might be useless, but when it comes to art, there's probably no one better than me. I've become an excellent artist over time. She must really like my painting, he said. You can look around the shop freely. I don't just sell paintings, I also sell daily use items and some food, which are quite tasty. Yuki walked ahead and said, what kind of flower pot is this? The plant inside looks dead. Yi Chen replied, you're mistaken, that's a jade-potted plant. Picking up a container, Yuki asked, what is this? These fruits look completely dried. Yi Chen said, they're not fruits, they're pickles. You can eat them with meals, they taste great. They moved further and stopped in front of a statue. Yuki asked, what kind of statue is this? This woman has no clothes and no hands. What does it even mean? Yi Chen explained. This statue represents the most beautiful woman in the world, but nothing in this world can be perfect. It symbolizes imperfection. Kia thought, it may not look special at first glance, but it carries a deep meaning. It represents flaws. No matter how beautiful she is, she still has imperfections, like her missing hands. This master's understanding is on a completely different level. They continued examining everything in the shop. Kia said, all of these items are excellent. Yi Chen thought, what kind of customers are these? I thought immortals had a lot of money, but they've just been asking questions this whole time. They haven't bought a single thing. Are they even going to buy anything, or just waste my time? Suddenly, Yuki picked up a hairpin and said, I really like this hairpin. How much is it? Yi Chen gestured and said, I want 3. He thought, I worked really hard on this. If she gives me 3 silver coins or 3 spirit stones, I'll accept either. Finally, I'm about to make some profit. Kia, however, thought, this master is extremely powerful and lives in seclusion. Someone like him wouldn't need money. When he says 3, he must mean 3 copper coins. Understanding it that way, she stepped forward and handed him 3 copper coins. Yi Chen was stunned. What just happened? Why did these people even come into my shop? I was expecting silver coins, but they only gave me 3 copper coins. Even a normal customer would have paid more. I've taken a huge loss, and I can't even refuse them because they're immortals. After accepting the money, he felt miserable and thought, I wish I could just kick them out. These people are driving me crazy. Kia, on the other hand, thought, good thing I paid in time. Otherwise, my junior sister might have used spirit stones, which could have offended him. If this master got angry, we wouldn't stand a chance. Yi Chen thought bitterly, these immortals are terrible. They have so much money, yet they barely pay anything, and they're practically robbing me with their power. Kia then said, Senior, I'd also like to buy this painting. I really like it. Yi Chen thought, my painting is incredible, but what did I get for it? Just 3 copper coins. She's clearly underpaying for everything she likes. I hope she leaves soon. Still, he handed the painting over to her. Kia thought to herself, judging by the master's expression, he seems quite pleased with us. That's a very good sign. She then said, Senior, may I visit you again in the future? I would like to ask you some questions about calligraphy and painting. I'm very interested in these arts. She continued thinking, if I can even hear a few words of guidance from such a great master, it will benefit me immensely. Yi Chen replied, yes, you can come anytime. My door is always open to guests. But in his mind, he thought, if you keep coming here, I'll end up starving on the streets. Please don't visit too often. Kia and Yuki then left the shop. Yuki asked, Senior sister, why do you look so happy? Ever since we left the shop, your mood has been unusually good. Kia replied, I've broken through again. I've now reached the 7th level. Yuki was shocked. Are you joking? Master clearly said it takes around 70 years to go from the 5th to the 6th level, and at least 200 years to reach the 7th level. But you did it in less than a day. How is that even possible? Is it because of that shopkeeper? Kia said seriously, show some respect when you speak of Senior. He is no ordinary person. He is a supreme figure. After meeting him today, I'm certain he is a great master. He has even shown me great favor. Whether this blessing turns into fortune or misfortune, only the future will tell. Masters like him act according to their own will. We should head back now. We've already found several talented disciples today. We need to take them back to the Holy Land so they can participate in further trials. As for this master, I'll think carefully before mentioning anything about him." Meanwhile, Yi Chen muttered to himself, "Disciples from the Holy Land came to my shop and practically robbed me. I have no cultivation, so I couldn't do anything about it. How long do I have to endure this world? How long will these immortals keep humiliating me? I really hate this." Later, Yi Chen went to a restaurant. The receptionist greeted him. "Mr. Yi, you're here. Should I bring you the usual meal?" Yi Chen replied, "I didn't earn much today, so just bring me 2 dishes and a bottle of wine. If I eat more, I'll be at a loss." At that moment, the restaurant owner arrived and said, "Mr. Yi, thank you so much. Thanks to you, our Bai family is extremely happy." Yi Chen asked, "You seem very cheerful today. Have they taken Alan to the Holy Land?" The owner replied, "Not just Alan. All the children from our town have been taken. Our village is going to become much stronger now that they've all stepped onto the path of immortality." The fairy who came praised all the children, especially their names. The people from the Holy Land were shocked. They kept asking who gave such excellent names. Yi Chen said proudly, "That's only natural. I carefully chose those names. Each one carries strong luck, and those with luck can achieve anything." The owner smiled. "Even if you don't have a spiritual root, your knowledge is extraordinary. You truly are a great master." Yi Chen thought, "Is he praising me or mocking me?" Then he said politely, "Thank you." The owner instructed, "This meal looks too plain. Bring him a chicken leg as well." Seeing the food, Yi Chen became excited. "Finally, I'll get to enjoy a chicken leg after so long." But just as he was about to eat, something suddenly snatched it away. A black dog stood before him. It had taken the chicken leg. Yi Chen stared and said, "Black Emperor, is that you?" People nearby exclaimed, "That's Black Emperor, Mr. Yi's dog that disappeared last year. It's back," Yi Chen said. "So you've returned, Black Emperor." He recalled how 2 years ago he had found a tiny dog soaked in the rain. Not knowing its breed, he adopted it and took care of it. But strangely, the dog never liked his food. After some time, it suddenly ran away. Yi Chen had assumed it was eaten by some beast and stopped looking for it. Now, after a whole year, it had returned. Looking down, Yi Chen noticed his foot was completely wet from the dog licking him. He said, "Black Emperor, turns out your breed is just a licking freak." Meanwhile, the dog happily walked inside and sat in front of a painting. Yi Chen thought, "This dog is really strange. Even before, it used to sit in front of this painting all the time. And now that it's back, it's doing the same thing again. It's grown bigger, but it's still just as timid. It used to tremble in fear while looking at that painting, and it's still trembling now." Yi Chen said, "I'm going to sleep. Your doghouse is still the same. Go rest there. And don't stare at that painting during the day, or you'll wet yourself again, and I'll have to clean everything." As Yi Chen left, Black Emperor's form began to change. In its true form, it thought, "I never thought I'd be able to return to my master. I made a huge mistake by listening to that fox and leaving him for a whole year. If I had stayed, my cultivation would have grown immensely, and I wouldn't have suffered what I did. I'll never forget that red flame demon. He couldn't defeat me alone, so he allied with other demon kings to attack me. I had to reveal my true form to survive. If I stay here with Master and train for a few more days, I'll become incredibly powerful, strong enough that no one will be able to stand against me." Suddenly, the gate began to open. Black Emperor became alert. "What's happening? Did the other demon kings find out I'm here? Are they coming to attack me?" At that moment, Yi Chen stepped outside and placed food down. "That chicken leg wasn't enough for you. You've grown a lot. I had some leftovers. Eat this and then go to sleep." Tears welled up in Black Emperor's eyes. "My master, you're too kind. I made a terrible mistake leaving you. I swear on my soul I will never leave you again." Inside, lying down, Yi Chen thought, "I have no idea what Black Emperor went through this past year. He's grown a lot, but his personality hasn't changed at all. He's still just as timid as before." Yi Chen said, "I once painted a picture of the Black Emperor in his Demon King form. If my Black Emperor were actually a Demon King, I could live a much better life. I wouldn't have to run my shop every day or struggle like this." Meanwhile, Black Emperor thought while eating, "With Master's protection, no Demon King would dare cause trouble here. His power is so overwhelming that no one can even step into this house. The reason I became the Black Emperor I am today is because of that painting. It awakened my divine bloodline. That painting is incredibly powerful. When I look at it, it feels like my ancestors are urging me to grow stronger. It's as if their souls reside within it. Master's art is of the highest level. No one can comprehend it easily. A year ago, Master was alone, and he's still alone now. I should give him a gift to make him happy and ease his loneliness." With that, Black Emperor quietly placed something inside his master's room. The next morning arrived. As Yi Chen woke up, he said, "I slept really well. But why does my bed feel smaller today?" As he moved his hand to the side, he felt something soft. "This feels strange. What is this?" When he looked, he was shocked to see a girl lying beside him. Yi Chen panicked. "Where did she come from? Who is she?" At that moment, the girl placed her leg over him. Yi Chen thought, what is she doing? I'm getting dragged into this, but since such a good opportunity has come, maybe I should take advantage of it. He lightly tapped her leg and thought, this feels amazing, like I'm in heaven. The girl woke up and said, why do I feel like someone just hit me? Her name was revealed to be Princess Yan. Seeing Yi Chen beside her, she was shocked. Yi Chen greeted her. Hello, how are you? But instantly, Princess Yan slapped him and shouted, you shameless man, stay away from me. How did you get here? This is my room. Do you even know who I am? Guards, capture him immediately. Yi Chen replied calmly, Miss, what are you talking about? First of all, there are no guards here. Second, this isn't your house, it's mine. And you're the one sleeping on my bed. I didn't come to your place, you came to mine. For all I know, you might be a thief. Princess Yan became furious. This man is insane. Someone get him out of here. Outside, Black Emperor listened and thought, looks like Master's enjoying himself. I shouldn't disturb them. But suddenly, Princess Yan kicked Yi Chen, sending him flying outside. Black Emperor thought proudly, I hope Master liked my gift. I brought him the best one. Yi Chen, confused, muttered, where did this girl even come from? Then he scolded Black Emperor, how did you let her inside? What's the point of you staying here if anyone can just walk in? Black Emperor thought, Master, you misunderstand. She didn't come here on her own. I brought her. Princess Yan thought, this is strange. I went to sleep in my own mansion, but when I woke up, I was here. The man I hit earlier is extremely weak. He couldn't even react to a slap or kick. But anyone capable of bringing me here must be incredibly powerful. The security of my mansion is extremely strong. Only a great master could bypass it. I'll observe this man first. If he has any bad intentions, I won't spare him. I'll have my father tear him to pieces. She walked into the courtyard and called out, hey, come here. But no one responded. She shouted again, I called you. Why aren't you coming? Meanwhile, Yi Chen was calmly playing chess. Princess Yan thought, this guy is ridiculous. He's playing chess like some grandmaster. Even real masters struggle with this game. What can he possibly do? She reached out to flip the board, but suddenly, her hand froze. Looking at the board, she was stunned. What is this? The chessboard had transformed into a vast formation like an entire world. She felt her consciousness being pulled into it. I can't move. My mind is completely trapped inside this game. If no one helps me, I'll die trying to comprehend it. My head feels like it's going to explode. Outside, Yi Chen casually thought, why is this girl acting crazy? Is she having a seizure? What kind of expression is that? Did she not digest her food properly? Even I make faces like that when my stomach is upset. Meanwhile, Black Emperor thought seriously, Master's chess is no ordinary game. It's more powerful than any heavenly treasure. It contains countless formations and hidden mechanisms. This girl is too weak. She's only at the foundation stage. The fact that she can even perceive the game is surprising. Even experts at higher realms wouldn't survive this. If I don't help her, she'll die. With that, Black Emperor shattered the chess world and entered the formation. He shouted, girl, wake up. If you don't, you'll die. Princess Yan thought in shock. That black dog, it came to help me. What is happening? Why am I falling? I can't control my body. Black Emperor realized her cultivation is too low. If she falls deeper into this formation, her soul will be destroyed. I have to save her now. As he rushed forward, Princess Yan thought while falling, this man, he must be an extraordinary master. Even as I'm dying, I feel strangely peaceful, as if I've become part of his world. Outside, we see Yi Chen calmly playing chess. He said, I've been struggling for quite a while because I couldn't break this formation. But finally, I've cracked it. Honestly, that's pretty impressive. Meanwhile, Princess Yan had dropped to her knees. She thought, I felt like my soul left my body just now. I witnessed supreme power. I even saw death. If that black dog hadn't helped me, I would never have escaped that chess game. My mind and body would have completely shattered. No ordinary person could break that game. If that dog managed it, then it must be a demon king. And if even this master's pet is at the demon king level, just how terrifying is he? What is someone like him doing in such a small town? I need to stay here and find out who he really is. At the same time, the Black Emperor thought, girl, you were lucky to survive. Escaping Master's great secret realm isn't something anyone can do. Yi Chen then asked, Miss, are you alright? You were making some really strange expressions just now. Princess Yan thought, after seeing his chess, I'm certain of one thing. He possesses such terrifying power that he could even control life and death. Life and death don't matter to him. They're under his control. Even a demon king is just his pet. Could he be the same mysterious master mentioned in the ancient texts? Then she suddenly realized, wait, I kicked him. I even slapped him and threw him out of his own room. I've made a huge mistake. I just hope he doesn't kill me. Yi Chen said casually, Miss, you seem very interested in chess. I've been playing alone for a long time and I'm getting bored. Would you like to play a game with me? Princess Yan thought, the ancient texts say that great masters often have strange temperaments. I've already offended him, and I nearly died in that chess formation. I should apologize. Maybe he'll forgive me. She immediately said, Senior, please forgive me. I don't have the courage to play chess with you. Yi Chen replied, Don't be so formal. I just have nothing else to do, so I play chess to pass the time. Over time, I've become quite skilled. If you ever need help with anything, you can ask me. He then thought to himself, why does she keep calling me senior? I'm not even that old. Princess Yan, on the other hand, thought, he says he has nothing to do, which means his cultivation has already reached the peak. He must have reached a level beyond further advancement. Yi Chen asked, by the way, what's your name? And where are you from? Princess Yan replied cautiously, my name is Yan Began. I'm from the Yan Kingdom in the imperial capital. She thought, it's better not to reveal my true identity. I don't know what this man is capable of. If I expose myself, it might bring trouble to my family. Yi Chen said, judging by your clothes, you must come from a well-off family. Do you practice cultivation too? You look like a cultivator. She answered, yes, there are some masters in my family who teach us. Yi Chen thought, some masters? She must belong to a very powerful family. Ordinary people can't even afford one master, and she says they have several. Princess Yan then sat down in front of Yi Chen to play. After making a move, Yi Chen said, Miss Yan, how do you plan to save your black piece? It's in serious trouble. Princess Yan realized, he's right, the black piece is trapped. But suddenly her consciousness was pulled into another illusion. She thought, what is happening? It feels like I'm falling into some kind of abyss, but strangely, it feels calm and comforting. Last time, the energy felt aggressive, but now it's peaceful, as if it's guiding me to grow stronger. She realized, my cultivation is increasing. I've broken through again. Back in reality, Yi Chen said, Miss Yan, where did you zone out again? She snapped back to her senses. Yi Chen added, you keep getting lost like this. He then thought, these cultivators really are strange. The last girl got shocked by my painting, and now this one is stunned by my chess. Princess Yan asked respectfully, Senior, may I ask what kind of chess this is? Yi Chen replied while getting up, I just play it casually to pass time. I call it a simple board game. As Princess Yan was about to look at the chessboard again, the Black Emperor stepped in front of her and thought, girl, what are you doing? I know your cultivation is improving by watching Master's game, but if you fall into that secret realm again, I won't be able to save you this time. But Princess Yan thought stubbornly, just one more look, I want to break through again. The scene then shifts to the Holy Land. All the elders had gathered at the main peak. One elder said, remove that town from the list, it's completely useless. Then the Great Elder Jiao, appeared and said, Junior brother Yan Jiang, please calm down. Yan Jiang, a peak master, complained angrily, this is unfair. My peak never gets talented disciples because we're assigned the worst regions. All we get are wastelands. Because of this, our 7th peak has declined, and our strength has dropped significantly. Another peak master replied, that's not entirely true. Some of the strongest masters in history came from those very regions. Even many of our ancestors were from Yuan Town. Another elder added, the problem isn't the region, it's you. Your disciples are weak because you're weak. Your cultivation hasn't improved in years, and neither has your peak. You've both been stuck in the same realm for a long time without any progress. Yanjian cursed angrily, saying, you two are complete bastards. I've spent over 2.5 years managing the sect's affairs. How am I supposed to level up when I don't even get time to cultivate? The Great Elder replied calmly, Junior brother, we all cultivate the path of Buddhism here. Using abusive language is not appropriate. Yanjian was furious, but he couldn't do anything. At that moment, someone was seen approaching the gate. The elders looked over and said, looks like the disciples have arrived. Let's see what kind of talent they have. Soon, a young man named Changming entered. He greeted everyone and said confidently, it's an honor to meet all the masters. I possess extremely high-quality spiritual roots, better than anyone else's. Yanjiang frowned and said, you're already our disciple. Why are you telling us this? Another elder added, just give us the report. We already know about you. Changming nodded and began, this year, our Yuanjian Holy Land has recruited a total of 180 disciples. Out of them, 100 have low-grade spiritual roots. They are Chengyan, Dongfeng, and Yami. Some elders became happy and said, that's great, we've received quite a number of disciples this time. Elder Yambo congratulated, Brother Juju, congratulations, you've gained many good disciples. Changming continued, there are also 72 disciples with mid-grade spiritual roots. They are from Yuyan, Chensheng, and Tanmi. Elder Yanbo added, Elder Yanjiang, I'm afraid you didn't receive any disciples this time. Not even one with low-grade or mid-grade roots. Has Yuantown really declined so much? Hearing this, Yanjiang became furious and even drew his weapon. I'll wipe out that entire town. Our greatest ancestors came from Yuantown. How could it produce nothing but trash now? But Changming continued. There is one disciple with high-grade spiritual roots, and 7 others with extremely rare spiritual roots. Their potential is limitless. The elders were shocked. What did you just say? Changming repeated. I said 7 disciples possess extremely rare spiritual roots, and all of them are from Yuan Town. Everyone was stunned. How is that even possible? Yuan Town has never produced such talent. In the past 300 years, only one person had mid-grade roots, and now suddenly 7 geniuses appear at once? Yanzhang smirked and said, "When I was getting weak disciples, you all were happy, but now that I finally have top-quality disciples, you're questioning it?" The other elders quickly replied, "No, that's not what we meant. Perhaps the reporting department made a mistake." They then turned to the great elder and said, "Please clarify this." The great elder remained silent for a moment, clearly shocked. Finally, he said, "All these children with high-grade spiritual roots originally had strange names given by their parents, but after they began studying, their teacher gave them new names. And those names are extraordinary. Each one carries immense fortune and hidden power." The elders were stunned. "So what you're saying is, some great master blessed them through their names?" They began reading the names aloud. Li Chunfeng, Wu Zhongjun, Zhang Hao. Each name carried deep meaning and power. All the elders realized the same thing. Whoever named these children must be an incredibly powerful master, one who has mastered the immortality to an extraordinary level. Yanzhang laughed proudly. "This is nothing but the blessing of the heavens. My ancestors are favoring me." But another elder said seriously, "Something about this feels strange." At that moment, the Holy Master spoke. "All these children are around 5 years old, which means something must have happened in Yuan Town 5 years ago." He continued thoughtfully, "The master behind this likely appeared there 5 years ago. Perhaps even our sect's former patriarch has returned from the heavens to guide us again." Yanzhang laughed loudly. "My peak is finally going to rise. No one will be able to suppress me anymore." Another elder interrupted. "Let's not jump to conclusions. The ladder trial is about to begin. After that, we'll determine their true abilities." The others agreed. "Yes, the trial will reveal everything." One elder added, "Even someone like Chang Ming, who has the best spiritual roots, took 7 hours to reach the top." Chang Ming corrected him. "Master, it was 6 hours and 30 minutes. Another elder mocked. "No matter what, your disciples won't be able to climb it. Reaching the top in under 6 hours is impossible." Yanzhang smirked. "Sounds like someone is jealous." Just then, the gate opened. Kia entered, bringing 7 children with her. She bowed and said, "Disciple Kia greets the masters. These are the 7 new disciples." The elders immediately frowned. "Kia, what are you doing? New disciples must pass the ladder trial to come here. You've broken the rules. This is cheating." Kia quickly explained. "Master, please listen. These children didn't struggle at all. They climbed the stairs effortlessly, as if it was nothing to them. It felt like the trial posed no challenge whatsoever." All the elders were stunned and exclaimed, "How is this possible? These are all 5-year-old children, yet they passed the ladder trial so easily. To them, those steps were nothing. These children are truly geniuses." All the disciples bowed respectfully and said, "We greet the masters. It's an honor to meet you." Elder Yan, with tears in his eyes, said, "You are all outstanding children. It is now our responsibility to restore the glory of our holy land." Everyone began saying, "We've been weak for too long, but not anymore. Now we will rise again and become powerful." Elder Xiao called out, "Chunfeng, come here." He placed his hand on the boy's head and examined him. After checking, he said in shock, "This is incredible. This child possesses both innate qi and an acquired spiritual root." Kia asked curiously, "Master, what are innate qi and an acquired spiritual root?" The elder explained, "When a great master reaches the peak of cultivation, they can develop a new type of spiritual root, an innate one. It is extremely powerful and allows the user to create their own domain, something no one else can break. As for an acquired spiritual root, it is unique to a single individual. As the name suggests, only this child possesses it. No one else in the world has such a root." The elders were shocked. Even 1,000 years ago, when the 5 holy sects joined forces and used all their resources, they still failed to create even one such spiritual root. He then asked, "Chunfeng, where did you study in Yuan Town?" Chunfeng replied, "We studied under our teacher, Mr. Yi Chen." All the masters exchanged glances and said, "Then that senior must be incredibly powerful. If simply studying under him made these children so strong, how powerful must he himself be? We used to think Yuan Town was worthless, even considered blacklisting it. Who would have thought such a powerful master lived there?" One elder said excitedly, "I must meet this terrifying existence." Another added, "Even if I die after meeting him, I will have no regrets." Kia thought to herself, "I already felt that senior was extremely powerful, but even the holy lords are saying this. Just how strong is he really?" Elder Yanzhang then ordered, "Take these children back to the sect and let them rest. All of you follow me, we're heading to our peak." Later, at the peak, Elder Yanzhang looked at Kia and said, "I can tell just by looking at you, your energy has increased significantly. It seems your trip went very well." Kia replied, "Master, I need to tell you something. I've broken through. I've reached the 7th level of the Yuan Sword Sutra." Yanzhang was shocked. "The 7th level? You only reached the 5th level a week ago. How did you advance 2 levels so quickly? Kia said, Master, please don't get too excited. Let me explain. Yanjiang asked, Did you meet the senior in Yuan Town? Did senior help you? Kia nodded. Yes. I accidentally entered a place where a senior lives. He gave me an incredible painting, and that's what helped me break through. It contains a terrifying sword intent. Yanjiang said, Let me see it. As soon as he looked at the painting, he was stunned. What is this power? I can't even suppress it. This is absolute power. Meanwhile, back at the shop, Yi Chen was casually playing chess. Miss Yan kept staring at him. Annoyed, Yi Chen said, Miss Yan, why are you staring at me? She replied, I enjoy watching you play chess, so I keep looking at you. Is there a problem? Yi Chen thought to himself, what is going on? Ever since she saw my chess, she's become my fan. She keeps staring at me and treating me nicely. The next morning, Miss Yan greeted him, You're awake. Yi Chen replied, You woke up even earlier than me. Throughout the day, she kept cleaning and working. Yi Chen said, You don't need to do all this. She replied, I'm not tired. I can do more. Yi Chen thought, What's wrong with this girl? Is she some kind of demon trying to trap me? Or maybe she just likes my paintings and wants to buy them cheaply. Miss Yan then offered him water. Mr. Yi Chen, please drink some water. Yi Chen thought confidently, I get it now. I'm just too handsome. She's fallen for me. Girls can't resist me. What can I do? He then said aloud, Miss Yan, how about we go out shopping? I'll cook a delicious pork dish for you. I just learned it. Soon they arrived at the market. Everyone greeted Yi Chen respectfully. Miss Yan thought, Senior is truly incredible. Everyone respects him, yet he doesn't show his power at all. He lives such a low-key life. At a vegetable stall, Yi Chen complained, You're charging me 1 silver coin for this? It's not even properly fresh. Are your vegetables made of gold? The shopkeeper replied, If you think it's expensive, then leave. Don't waste my time. Miss Yan thought, He's so powerful, yet he doesn't show it at all. They then went to a meat shop. The shopkeeper greeted him. Mr. Yi Chen, what would you like today? Yi Chen said, I want pork belly. As the shopkeeper packed it, he smiled and asked, Is this your wife? You two look great together. Yi Chen replied, Yes, thank you. Miss Yan was confused and thought, Is he talking about me? Yi Chen quickly clarified, You're overthinking it. She's just a friend visiting me. The shopkeeper smirked and said, Oh, just a friend? But your neighbor told me there are quite a lot of noises coming from your house, especially at night. So what are we supposed to think, Mr. Yi Chen? Anyway, eat well and take care of your body. Don't overwork yourself. Yi Chen said awkwardly, Miss Yan, people in Yuan Town are very straightforward. They say whatever comes to their mind. Please don't take it seriously. I know you're from the capital and you'll probably return there soon. Miss Yan replied calmly, It's fine. I'm not offended. As they walked, Yi Chen thought, She's from the capital, while I'm just an ordinary person with no cultivation. Staying with her is dangerous. If her family finds out, they might cut me into pieces. I should keep my distance. Meanwhile, Princess Yan thought, Being with Senior is wonderful. I really hope what the shopkeeper said turns out to be true. At that moment, several rough-looking men appeared in the market, shouting, Move aside. One of them sniffed the air and said, Boss, I can smell the Black Emperor. He's inside that shop. These men were actually demon kings. One of them sneered, That bastard Black Emperor won't escape today. Even as a demon king, he ran away and hid in a shop. If we kill him, the Red Demon King will reward us handsomely. Another added, He was already injured after being attacked by multiple demon kings. He can't even regain his original form properly. Killing him will be easy and very profitable. They kicked open the door and stormed inside the shop. Black Emperor, come out. Today you die, and you won't even get a proper burial. Black Emperor replied coldly, You idiots, you've made a huge mistake. None of you will leave this place alive. The demon kings laughed. You're not even in your original form. How do you plan to fight us? Stop pretending and surrender. At that moment, Black Emperor transformed into his true form and said, I had already given up fighting and chose to live peacefully here. But you came to my master's home. I cannot let that go. There's only one thing waiting for you now. Death. Soon screams echoed from inside the shop as chaos erupted. Scene shifts. Great Elder Xiao said, Changming, you are a disciple, and everyone knows you will be the next holy master. Tell me, what do you think about the sudden rise of power in Yuan Town? Changming replied, In my opinion, the great master who helped them has nothing to do with us. He is likely a reclusive expert who happened to meet cultivators like Kia and helped them. That's all. Elder Xiao responded. That could be true, but there's another possibility. What if that person is one of our ancestors who has returned from the heavens to bless us? If that's the case, our holy land will prosper greatly. At that moment, Elder Yanjiang rushed in excitedly and said, Holy Master, listen to me. They were surprised. You just left with your disciples. Why are you back already? Elder Xiao noticed and exclaimed, Wait, did you break through? You've been stuck in this realm for 2,000 years, and now you finally advanced? Yanjiang said, Yes, the reason I broke through is this painting. Take a look. At first glance, he said, It's just a painting. What's so special about it? But as he looked closer, his expressions changed. No, this isn't just a painting. It's an entire world. The energy inside is overwhelming, incredibly intense. Suddenly, powerful sword intent burst out from the painting and began attacking everyone. Kia shouted, "Holy Master, seal it quickly. Otherwise, everyone will die." Elder Xiao immediately sealed the painting. Mysterious spiritual swords surrounded them briefly, then slowly disappeared. Elder Xiao said, "Yanzheng, where did you get this painting from?" "This is a gift from the heavens." The words written in it contain extremely high-level knowledge, something even I cannot comprehend. Yanzheng replied, "I don't know either." Kia brought this painting. Kia said, "Holy Master, a senior from Yuan Town gave this to me, the same person who named all those children. He was very kind. He even told me that if I ever face any problems, I can come to him for guidance. He will always take care of me." Changming said in shock, "Why would such a powerful master favor you so much?" Kia replied, "I'm telling the truth. If you don't believe me, you can ask Yuki, she was with me." At that moment, the Holy Master started laughing. Everyone was confused. "Why is the Holy Master laughing?" Elder Xiao said, "We have received the blessing of that senior. He named many children, gave you this painting, and even allowed you to seek his guidance anytime. Do you understand what that promise means?" Kia replied, "I don't. Please explain." Elder Xiao said, "The person you met is most likely our ancestor, who has returned from the heavens. The fact that he told you to come to him anytime means he plans to stay in Yuan Town for a long time. This is a huge opportunity for our Holy Land. Kia, I am very pleased with you. From today onward, I appoint you as the saintess of our sect. Your status is now equal to Changming's. In the future, you may even become the Holy Master." Kia said tearfully, "Thank you, Master." Meanwhile, Changming stood there in shock, thinking, what just happened? Soon, news spread across the entire sect that Kia had become the saintess and could potentially become the future Holy Master. Everyone started whispering, what will happen to Changming now? Since childhood, he was destined to become the Holy Master. Now everything has changed. Yuki asked, "Senior sister Kia, is it true? Are you going to take Changming's place?" Kia replied, "That's not true. The Master only made me a promise. Also, to become the Holy Master, one must have dual spiritual roots, and I only have a single one. I don't really stand a chance." Yuki said, "So the shopkeeper we met, he's really that powerful?" Kia nodded. "Yes, he is an incredibly powerful master. Just because of his promise, I was given this position. You can imagine how powerful he must be." Scene shifts. Changming looked upset and said, "Why did Master do this?" Another girl approached him and said, "Senior brother, don't worry. Kia only has a single spiritual root, while the Holy Master must have dual roots. In the end, you will still become the Holy Master." She was only given that position because of that powerful master's promise. Changming said, "You're right. Everything is happening because of that master. I know what I need to do now. I will go and meet him myself. If he gives me a promise too, my future will be secured." With that, he immediately set off using his abilities. "I'm coming, Master. Please make me powerful too." Meanwhile, Yi Chen and Princess Yan were together. Yi Chen asked, "Miss Yan, you still haven't explained why you were sleeping on my bed that day." Miss Yan replied, "I don't know either. While I was asleep, I felt an itch on my body. When I opened my eyes, you were touching me, and you remember what happened after that." Yi Chen said awkwardly, "Please don't say such nonsense. I didn't do anything." At that moment, Miss Yan held his hand and said, "I know people like you aren't interested in such things, but the fact that we met must be fate." Yi Chen thought to himself, "You're mistaken. I'm very interested in those things. Why wouldn't I be?" Then he sighed internally. "This is so frustrating. I don't have any cultivation, yet a girl is practically giving me a chance, but she belongs to a powerful family. I can't do anything. I'm completely helpless." Just then, Yi Chen noticed someone standing outside his shop. "Who is that?" It was Changming, standing outside nervously. He muttered, "What did I just see?" A flashback shows when Changming first entered the city. He had thought this place used to be weak, but now the spiritual energy here has increased tremendously. Soon, he arrives in front of Yi Chen's shop and says, "This is the place where the strongest energy is coming from." He looks at the shop's signboard and feels an overwhelming pressure. "I don't know why, but it feels like a powerful force is about to attack me." Spiritual energy begins to swirl around him, and he thinks, "I've never practiced such techniques, yet I can still feel this power. Junior sister Kia must have broken through here. I'm definitely in the right place." He greets respectfully, "My name is Li Changming. I am the holy son of Yuanjian Holy Land. I have come here to meet the ancestor." However, no one responds. He thinks, maybe the master isn't here. I shouldn't enter without permission, but let me take a look. As soon as he steps inside, he sees something shocking. The Black Emperor has slaughtered several demon kings and is glaring fiercely, releasing terrifying energy. Terrified, Changming stumbles back and says, "That's a demon emperor. How can something like this exist in such a small town? I'm going to die." Just then, Yi Chen walks in and says casually, "Hey young man, why do you look so scared?" Changming replies nervously, "There's a monster inside that house." Yi Chen corrects him, "That's not a house, it's a shop." "And what monster are you talking about?" Changming asks, Is this your shop?" Yi Chen nods. "Yes, I'm the owner of this grocery store. Let's go inside and see what's going on." Changming tries to stop him. "Don't go in, it's dangerous." But Yi Chen walks in anyway and sees the dead bodies. He casually says, "Oh, I see. Princess Yan, hold this for a moment. I need to take care of something." Then he turns to Changming and says, "You're misunderstanding. Our shop sometimes sells wild boars. Would you like to buy some?" Changming was stunned. "These aren't wild boars. These are demon kings, and he's calling them boars?" At that moment, the Black Emperor walks up to Yi Chen. Seeing this, Changming steps back in fear. Yi Chen says calmly, "This is my pet. He's a bit foolish, but very cute. Don't worry, he won't harm you." Meanwhile, the Black Emperor silently thinks, "As long as Master is here, I won't do anything." Changming realizes, this creature is at least at the level of a demon king, yet this man treats it like a pet. He must be that master. He immediately bows and says, "My name is Li Changming. I am a disciple of the Holy Land. I have come to seek guidance from you, senior." Yi Chen thinks to himself, "Another person from the Yuanjian Holy Land. Last time that girl came and called me senior, she ended up taking things cheaply. This guy must be trying the same trick." Looking at the dead beasts, he calculates, "These boars are pretty big. If I sell them to Butcher Zhang, I can earn 7 to 8 coins each. That's not bad." Meanwhile, Changming thinks nervously, "Why isn't the master saying anything? Is he angry because I entered without permission? I've made a huge mistake. I might not even make it out alive." Yi Chen continues thinking, "If I sell all 4 of them, I can make around 30 taels. These cultivators aren't so bad after all. They even bring me free goods." Then he says aloud, "Please stand up. You're here for calligraphy or a painting, right?" Changming was shocked. "So this supreme master is going to give me a holy treasure, the same kind that helped Kia break through." With tears in his eyes, he says, "Yes, master. I want a calligraphy or painting. Please grant it to me." Yi Chen replies, "Follow me." He thinks, "This guy brought me so many wild boars. I should at least treat him well." As Changming follows him inside, he thinks, this senior is truly humble. Despite being a supreme master, he doesn't show off at all. Maybe he values my talent. After all, dual spiritual roots are extremely rare. If only he accepts me as his disciple, my life would completely change. Yi Chen then asks, "Mr. Changming, what kind of painting do you want? I have many types. Some represent hard work, while others symbolize prosperity." But Changming was so lost in his thoughts that he doesn't even respond. Yi Chen was thinking, "People these days are really strange. I've been talking to this guy for so long, but I have no idea where his attention is." Meanwhile, the Black Emperor thought, "I got worried for nothing. I thought this guy had seen my true form and would expose me as the Black Emperor. But even after seeing my real body, this idiot still doesn't understand anything. He must be brainless. He's not even listening to Master and is completely lost in his thoughts. No matter what, as long as I'm here, no one can act rudely in front of my master. How dare this guy ignore him?" With that, the Black Emperor suddenly bit Changming's hand. Startled, Changming thought, "He's attacking me using his special form. What should I do now?" At that moment, Yi Chen looked at him and asked, "Why are you shouting?" Changming quickly replied, "No, master, nothing happened. I was just looking at your dog." The Black Emperor also thought nervously, "Master was about to catch me?" Then Yi Chen picked up his brush and said, "Now you're about to witness my artistic talent." Just as he was about to start painting, Princess Yan entered the shop and said, "Senior, I've placed the items where you asked me to." But the moment she saw Yi Chen about to paint, she rushed forward excitedly. "Master is going to create something. I have to watch this. It will greatly improve my cultivation." Yi Chen said, "Princess Yan, I need some colors. Please pass me that box." She immediately told Changming, "Move aside, let me see properly." Then she brought the box of colors. Princess Yan thought, "I've seen Senior play chess many times, but this is the first time I'm seeing him do calligraphy. Let's see what it reveals." Yi Chen began painting and said, "Painting is a profound art. The most important thing is how you use the brush, then how you spread the colors. And most importantly, you must create something that people can truly appreciate. Your painting should carry deep meaning." Princess Yan thought, "Mr. Yi Chen has entered a special state while drawing. Even he doesn't realize how his hands are moving." Changming thought, "This is a rare blessing, something people only receive once in many years." As they looked at the painting, both of them were suddenly drawn into another world. Changming said in awe, "This is incredible." Princess Yan added, "It feels like this painting contains an entire spiritual world. Just breathing here makes me feel relieved." Changming continued, "I can sense yin and yang energy spreading here. There are no visible colors, yet this is the true essence of color, a colorless world filled purely with power." After some time, Yi Chen put down his brush and said, "Finally, It's done. That took quite a while. When he looked to the side, he saw both of them making strange expressions. Confused, he said, "What's wrong with them?" He tapped their shoulders and said, "Wake up. Mr. Changming, you've had several strokes in just one day. That's dangerous for your body. You should get yourself treated." Changming replied respectfully, "Senior, your realm is extraordinary. I've gained immense benefits just from observing you." Yi Chen waved it off. "It's nothing special. I don't deserve such praise." But internally he thought, finally, someone appreciates my art. Everyone else just calls it useless. He folded the painting and handed it to Changming. "This is for you." Changming said gratefully, "Thank you, Senior. But may I ask, what is the name of this painting?" Yi Chen replied casually, "It's a gift. Let's call it Generous Gift." Changming thought, what a strange name. So generous means kindness given freely, and gift means something without value. So this means that true kindness has no measurable value. This must be guiding me toward the path of immortality. Senior is truly extraordinary. He has made me understand something I could never have realized on my own. But something is troubling me. My master, Elder Xiao, follows the Tao, and most of us cultivate Tao techniques. However, this painting represents supreme swordsmanship. What is Senior trying to tell me? Am I meant to change my path? Does this mean everything I've practiced so far was wrong? Is that why my cultivation has been stagnant all these years? My true path is supreme swordsmanship. At that moment, Yi Chen said, "I can't help you any further. Take this painting and figure out for yourself what you've learned." Changming thought, Master is telling me to stop practicing Tao and reflect on my true path. I should go back and think carefully about what suits me best. A while later, Changmin left, tears in his eyes. He said, "If I stop cultivating the path of immortality, I'll lose my position as the Holy Son, and I'll never be able to become the Holy Master in the future. But it's actually a good thing that I met Senior today. Otherwise, I would have kept practicing the wrong path and achieved nothing. Now I must speak to Master and decide what truly matters, my cultivation or the position of Holy Master." Meanwhile, Yi Chen was thinking, the person who came today was even stranger than the last one. I just told him to hang the painting at home, and somehow he misunderstood it completely and left crying. Scene shifts to the Holy Land. The Holy Master was calmly drinking tea when suddenly Changming rushed in, flying, and cried out, "Master, please help me." Startled, the Holy Master almost spilled his tea. Elder Xiao asked, "Changmin, what happened?" Crying, Changming said, "Master, you already knew that I'm not worthy of becoming the Holy Master. Yet you never told me." Elder Xiao thought, since childhood Changming has been trained to become the Holy Master. But now that Kia has suddenly appeared and been given the Saintess position, he must feel betrayed. The Holy Master stepped forward and said, "Changming, you don't need to panic. Things have already reached this point, so there's no reason to hide anything anymore. As your master, I will tell you the truth." Changming quickly replied, "Master, that's not why I came here. Please listen to me first." The Holy Master paused and said, "Then what are you trying to say?" Placing a hand on his shoulder, he added, "I know your intentions aren't bad, but you must be feeling hurt. Go ahead, say what you want." Changming nodded and said excitedly, "Master, today I went to Yuan Town, and I met the same senior that Kia met." Hearing this, the Holy Master was shocked, and immediately slapped him. "You fool!" Holding his cheek, Changming said, "Master, why did you hit me? I didn't do anything wrong." The Holy Master replied seriously, "That ancestor lives in seclusion. He wants nothing to do with the world and does not wish to be disturbed. If we keep approaching him for our own benefit, he may become angry. And if he gets angry, our entire set could be destroyed. We would all die." Changming quickly said, "But Master, he wasn't angry at all. In fact, he seemed happy. He even gave me a painting called Generous Gift. I'm sure you'll like it." The Holy Master's expression changed. "He gave you a calligraphy painting? Show it to me immediately." Changming said, "When he gave it to me, he also said something, that what I've been practicing is wrong. I'm not meant to follow the Tao. I should practice swordsmanship instead." Elder Xiao thought, "This scroll looks ordinary. It's not like the high-quality painting Kia brought. Perhaps the ancestor didn't punish him because he's just a child. At least he survived. That's fortunate." The Holy Master said firmly, "Changming, remember this. I chose you as the Holy Son. You are only allowed to cultivate one thing, our sect's supreme technique, the path of immortality. You are not allowed to learn anything else." Then he took the scroll from Changming. Changming said, "Master, that's not right." Elder Xiao said, "Enough. This painting can't compare to Kia's. Let me see it." At first glance, he said, "It's nothing special." But suddenly a powerful energy burst out from the painting. Elder Xiao exclaimed, "What is this?" In the next moment, he found themselves inside the world within the painting. Looking around, the Holy Master was stunned and even began to cry. What kind of world is this? Then realization struck him. This is the true meaning of yin and yang, a world without color, yet filled with infinite power and harmony. If one aligns their life with this principle, they can become unstoppable, no one could hinder their progress. This realm is extraordinary. It seems the ancestor has taken a liking to Changming as well. Then he recalled Changming's words. He said the senior told him to practice swordsmanship. What does that mean? Should Changming be trained in the sword? Would that suit him better? Meanwhile, Changming cried out, "Master, what will happen to me? Should I become a Tao cultivator or a swordsman? Please guide me." Elder Xiao held Changming's hand and said, "Changming, everything you said is correct. Senior is clearly giving us a hint. You should master swordsmanship. If you learn it, you can become extremely powerful." Changming replied, "Master, does that mean I have to give up my current position? I can no longer remain the Holy Son?" Elder Xiao answered, "I am the Holy Master of this holy land, and you are the Holy Son. But the biggest issue is that Senior has instructed us to let you learn swordsmanship, and we cannot go against his will. From today onward, our Taoist path will remain as it is, but what we will focus on learning is swordsmanship. Together, we will become much stronger." Changming said gratefully, "Master, you are truly kind." Elder Xiao nodded. "You may go now." Thanking him, Changming left. Elder Xiao added, "Changming, remember this. Train diligently. Your senior has placed great trust in you. You must live up to that trust." Changming replied firmly, "Master, don't worry. I will give it my all." After some time, all the sect masters gathered in the main hall. One of them asked, "Holy Master, what is so important that you have called all of us here?" Elder Xiao said, "The last disciple in our sect who was cultivating immortality has now left that path." Everyone was confused. "What is going on? I don't understand either. Did we offend some demon king and now we're in danger?" The Holy Master stood up and said, "Everyone, calm down. I have two important matters to announce. First, 2 days ago I appointed Kia as a saint, making her eligible to compete for the position of Holy Master. However, this does not reduce the status of the Holy Son. You must continue treating him the same as before. Kia's main responsibility will be to stay close to Senior and help us gain his favor. Second, as you all know, the Master Competition will take place in 1 month. This event occurs only once every decade. Our Yuanjian Holy Land will face the Jikan Holy Land. Their disciples will come here to compete with ours. So prepare thoroughly, train day and night, and instruct all disciples in the sect to work hard. If we win, our prestige will rise greatly." One elder said, "Holy Master, in the last competition, our disciples performed well. We both won and lost some matches. But in the chess match between you and Du Jin, you lost quite badly." Another added bluntly, "The disciples are training well, but the one who keeps losing every time is you. So please train properly and don't be lazy." The Holy Master thought to himself, "These people are going too far." Another elder said, "Every time we lose, we suffer heavy losses. Our 1,000-year-old treasures are taken away and we can do nothing about it." Then someone suggested, "Holy Master, I have an idea. You can never win against him in chess anyway. So when they come, we can just say you're in seclusion and refuse to play. That way, we avoid losing." The Holy Master snapped, "What nonsense are you talking about? Are you all just afraid of losing?" The Master silently thought, "Well, you've never won a chess match anyway." The Holy Master sighed and said, "You don't understand how difficult chess truly is. Du Jin's techniques are extraordinary, especially his move called Four Dragons Spitting Water. It's like a trap shaped like a pyramid. Once I'm caught in it, no matter how hard I try, I can't escape. There might be someone in this world who can defeat him, but his technique is incredibly strange." The other masters quietly laughed, thinking, "He says this every year, loses on his own, then blames the opponent." At that moment, Yanjiang stepped forward and said, "Holy Master, I have an idea. The senior in Yuan Town must know the solution. If we seek his guidance, he will surely help us. He has lived for countless years, and his artistic abilities are extraordinary. If even his paintings are so profound, then his knowledge of chess must be far greater. If you learn from him, you might finally defeat Du Jin." The Holy Master thought for a moment. That actually makes sense. When cultivators reach a very high level, they often turn to arts like calligraphy, painting, and chess to deepen their understanding. He nodded. "This is a great opportunity. If I meet him, I might even achieve a breakthrough." Then he declared, "Yuantown's master, I'm coming to seek your guidance." Scene shifts. Kia was practicing cultivation. She thought to herself, "I must become stronger. Senior has placed great trust in me. I have to prove myself worthy." At that moment, Elder Xiao approached her. "You're doing very well," Kia said respectfully. "Great Elder, you're here." Elder Xiao smiled. "You've reached the 7th level of the Yuan Sword Sutra, and your progress is impressive. I'm confident you'll perform excellently in the competition." Kia replied, "Thank you, Holy Master. Everything I've achieved is because of Senior Yi Chen. Without his guidance, I would never have grown this strong so quickly. He has opened entirely new paths for me." Elder Xiao nodded and said, "Kia, I've discussed something with the other masters. As you know, next month the competition between Yuanjian Holy Land and Jikan Holy Land will take place. Before that, we want to hold a ceremony. to officially announce that you have become the saintess. Tia said, Master, whatever you decide, I will follow it completely. Turning around, the elder replied, That's good. I'm glad you have no objections. By the way, I want to ask you something. What kind of person is Senior Yi Chen? Is he short-tempered or calm? Tia explained, Senior Yi Chen's cultivation is incredibly high. He is so powerful that I can't even sense his presence. Yet despite that, he speaks very politely and humbly, always making others feel important. He is actually very easy to get along with and talks to everyone warmly. Elder Xiao said thoughtfully, You are still young, so you don't fully understand his intentions. Senior Yi Chen seems to favor you because your qualifications are excellent, and you have great potential for the future. Tia thought to herself, So it's true. Master Yi Chen really favors me. That's great for me. Elder Xiao continued, I have prepared a special gift, and I plan to go to Yuan Town to present it to Senior Yi Chen. But since only you and Chan Ming have met him, I need you to come with me and introduce me to him. Tia replied respectfully, As you wish, Great Elder. She thought, I didn't expect to meet Master Yi Chen again so soon. This is great. As they prepared to leave, Elder Xiao added, Remember one thing. Do not address me as Holy Master in front of Senior Yi Chen. It might make it seem like we are trying to take advantage of him. Just say that I am an elder of your family. That way, he won't be offended. Tia nodded. Understood, Great Elder. Scene shifts. Yi Chen was sitting in his house, trying to draw something, while Princess Yan was sweeping the floor. The sound of sweeping was irritating him. Yi Chen thought, I'm trying to concentrate, but because of her, I can't focus at all. He said, Miss Yan, why don't you take a rest? If you keep working like this, you'll get tired. Miss Yan replied, It's fine, Senior Yi Chen. I'm not tired at all. Yi Chen walked over, took the broom from her, and said, Take a break, or you'll exhaust yourself. In his mind, he grumbled, She's been irritating me this whole time. I've been trying to concentrate, but the dust keeps getting in my nose. I can't do anything properly. Meanwhile, Princess Yan thought happily, He really cares about me. He even told me to rest. Senior Yi Chen is such a kind person. She said, If I can't sweep, then I'll go prepare food. Yi Chen replied, What are you doing? I want you to sit down and rest for a while. It's not necessary to work all the time. But she didn't seem to understand at all. Yi Chen thought in frustration, This is so annoying, she's really getting on my nerves. And the worst part is, she belongs to a powerful family. I can't even do anything. If I so much as touch her, her family might kill me. Annoyed, he slammed his brush on the table and muttered, When is she going to leave? She's been staying in my house for days now. Scene shifts to outside Yuan Town. A group of imperial guards stood at the city gate. A woman said, My lord, please listen. This special talisman indicates that our 9th princess is currently inside this town. The lord replied, If that's true, we should go in and find her. As they entered, they immediately felt a powerful energy. The woman said in shock, What is going on here? My jade detection talisman has stopped working. The lord frowned. The energy here is extremely dense. Yuan Town falls under Yuanjian Holy Land, which is a very powerful place. It's natural that there are restrictions. Outsiders cannot simply enter freely. I can feel an overwhelming spiritual force flowing here. One guard said, But my lord, a few years ago when I came here, the energy was extremely weak. For nearly 100 years, the energy here had been declining. It should have completely depleted by now, but instead, it has become much stronger. The lord replied, I don't know the reason, and it doesn't matter. Our priority is the 9th princess. She has been missing for half a month. If we fail to find her, we will all be executed. He then released his own power to sense the surroundings and said, I've found it. The strongest energy source is over there. Follow me. They followed the energy trail and arrived in front of Yi Chen's shop. The lord frowned. What is this? It's just a grocery store. How can such intense energy come from here? We need to go inside and investigate. Just as he stepped forward, he sensed an overwhelming force from within. Suddenly, something landed heavily, cracking the ground. It was Elder Xiao. He said coldly, If I'm not mistaken, you are Lu Chengyi, from the Qishu mansion of the great Yan royal family. Lu Chengyi replied, Yes, that's correct, and you must be the Holy Lord of Yuanjian Holy Land. Elder Xiao said sternly, You have entered our Holy Land. Have you forgotten the agreement between the royal family and the Holy Lands? It clearly states that neither side may enter the other's territory without permission. So what are you doing here? Lu Chengyi quickly bowed and said, Please forgive us. We did not do this intentionally. Our 9th princess has been missing for some time, and while searching for her, we ended up here. Elder Xiao's expression turned cold as he said, So you're saying your 9th princess is inside our Holy Land? What would she be doing here? Or are you trying to accuse us of something? Just then, someone called out, Mr. Lu, what are you doing here? When both masters turned around, they saw Princess Yan. Princess Yan asked, How did you end up here? Shocked, Lu Chengyi said, Your Highness, 9th princess, Why are you dressed like this? And why are you holding a broom? The elder was equally stunned. What? This is the 9th princess? I thought she was just a servant sweeping the floor. Lu Chengyi said angrily. Your Highness, tell me, who is the shameless person making you do such chores? Our Kishu mansion will make him pay. How dare anyone make our 9th princess sweep the floor? Elder Xiao thought to himself, this must be Senior Yi Chen's doing. Only he could bring the 9th princess here and keep her like this. Kia felt a bit embarrassed and thought, a princess who has always lived a luxurious life, compared to someone from the heavens, is now sweeping in Master Yi Chen's shop. Could it be that Master Yi Chen has some unusual hobbies? Lu Chengyi stepped forward and grabbed the princess's hand. Your Highness, this territory belongs to Yuanzhan Holy Land. We can't act recklessly here. Please come with me. We're not prepared right now, but later I'll bring people and deal with that man who treated you like this. Elder Xiao was furious and thought, how dare this fool insult our senior like that? If it weren't for the agreement with the Great Yan Empire, I would have killed him right here. At that moment, Princess Yan pulled her hand away. Lu Chengyi said, Your Highness, what are you doing? Suddenly, Princess Yan stepped forward and slapped him. Watch your words. I won't tolerate anyone speaking badly about Senior Yi Chen. Lu Chengyi was stunned. I came here to rescue her, so why did she hit me? Even the elders and Kia were confused about what was happening. Princess Yan picked up her broom and said firmly, Everything I'm doing here is for the sake of our kingdom. Your careless words could have brought disaster upon us. Think before you speak. Lu Chengji replied, Your Highness, what are you saying? The Dian kingdom is powerful. We don't need anyone's help. How are you protecting the kingdom by staying here? The real protectors are your father and our ancestors. Your cultivation is still low. I'm afraid you've been deceived. Whoever brought you here must be an evil person who filled your head with false dreams. Please come with me. Elder Xiao said coldly, An evil person? Lu Chengyi, you've said far too much. You have no idea who lives in that shop. If you did, you wouldn't dare speak like this. Lu Chengyi scoffed. Who could it be? Don't tell me it's some legendary founder. Inside the shop, the Black Emperor was sleeping peacefully. He thought, why is there so much noise outside? Someone must be causing trouble. I was having such a good sleep. If I find out who disturbed me, I won't spare them. Angrily, he stepped outside. The moment he released his aura, both masters realized, he's a demon king. The Black Emperor thought irritably, I was having a great dream, and these idiots ruined it. Lu Chengyi panicked. How is this possible? This is such a small town. What is a demon king doing here? Elder Xiao said, A demon king. Lu Chengji, we shouldn't fight each other right now. This creature is extremely powerful. I can't defeat it alone. We must work together. Lu Chengyi nodded. You're right. If it goes out of control, it could destroy the entire Holy Land. The Black Emperor sneered. You two old men think you can fight me? You're not even worthy to stand before me. Even if you join forces, you won't be able to harm me. As he released more terrifying energy, Elder Xiao warned, Be careful. This demon is extremely dangerous. At that moment, Yi Chen appeared and punched the Black Emperor. Black Emperor, why are you causing trouble again? People who bully others are not liked. I've told you this many times, yet you still don't listen. The Black Emperor immediately shrank back and thought, Master, please forgive me. I forgot your teachings. Lu Chengji was stunned. A moment ago, that demon king could have easily killed us, and now he's acting like a harmless pet. Elder Xiao also realized, so this must be Senior Yi Chen. His cultivation is so high that I couldn't even sense his presence. Yi Chen said casually, I'm sorry about that. I'm the owner of this shop. My pet didn't mean to scare you. Both Elder Xiao and Lu Chengyi were shocked. A pet? How can someone keep a demon king as a pet? Kia bowed respectfully. Senior Yi Chen, it's good to see you again. Yi Chen smiled. Oh, it's you. It's been a while. Why are you here? Kia replied, This elder is from my family. He really liked the painting I got from you, so he wanted to meet you. That's why I brought him here. Elder Xiao greeted him. My name is Xiao Zuan. It's an honor to meet you, Senior Yi Chen. Yi Chen said politely, You're older than me. You don't need to bow. He thought to himself, These cultivators are really strange. I may not be able to cultivate, but my painting skills must be impressive if even such powerful people admire them. Yi Chen then looked at Lu Chengyi and asked, Miss Yan, who is this man with you? Lu Chengyi was about to say, I am a minister of the Dian kingdom, but Princess Yan quickly stopped him and said, His name is Lu Chengyi. He's my family's butler, here to find me. Yi Chen nodded and said, So you've come to take Miss Yan back? Lu Chengji replied, Yes. Yi Chen smiled. That's good. There are quite a few of us here. Why don't you all come inside? I'll make some tea. Elder Xiao said happily, Thank you, Senior. He thought excitedly, This is a rare opportunity. If I enter his home, I might learn something extraordinary. Kia and Princess Yan entered easily, but when the two elders tried to step inside, they were suddenly blocked by an invisible barrier. What's going on? Elder Xiao said in shock. This is a legendary protective barrier. It's preventing those with high cultivation from entering. Lu Chengji added, This barrier is incredibly powerful. It couldn't have been created without a sacred object. Elder Shao explained. Kia and the ninth princess have low cultivation, so they weren't stopped. But we are too strong. That's why we can't enter. Yi Chen turned back and asked, why aren't you coming in? At that moment, a leaf fell from a nearby tree and touched the barrier. Instantly, the barrier broke, and both elders stumbled inside. Both elders exclaimed in shock, what is going on here? Seeing both masters fall to the ground, Yi Chen thought, these people are really strange. It seems the better someone's cultivation is, the crazier they become. Sometimes I feel lucky that I can't cultivate, otherwise I might have ended up like them. Both masters had even chipped their teeth from the fall. Embarrassed, they said, we're just too old. That's why we slipped. As they entered the courtyard, both of them were stunned again. This is unbelievable. His pet is a demon king. And that tree, it's an ancient demon tree, an extremely powerful entity. Even the tables and chairs here are filled with spiritual energy. They looked around in awe. It feels like we've entered a completely different world. If someone stayed here for a while, their cultivation would grow tremendously. Everything here is overflowing with energy. Yi Chen said casually, please sit down and rest. I'll go make some tea for you. Everyone sat around the table. Lu Chengji whispered, Holy Master, this senior is far more powerful than we imagined. What should we do now? Elder Shao replied, I knew he was strong, but I never imagined he had reached such a level. At this point, he can only be described as a god. Beyond this level, there is nothing higher in cultivation. Lu Chengyi added, that ancient demon tree alone is a top-tier treasure. Even if we spent everything we have, we might never obtain one. Yet he has it casually planted in his courtyard. Just sitting under it, I feel immense pressure, as if something is crushing me. Breathing is difficult, yet my cultivation is rapidly increasing. Elder Shao nodded, I feel the same. It's almost overwhelming. It seems Senior Yi Chen is testing us, to see how capable we really are. As they spoke, Elder Shao suddenly noticed a chessboard nearby. I knew it. He must enjoy chess. Let me see how he plays. He walked toward it. Princess Yan quickly warned him, Old Master, be careful. That chess game is extremely dangerous. If you get trapped in its formation, no one will be able to save you. Elder Shao was surprised. There's something unusual about this chessboard. It feels like it's trying to teach me something. He focused deeply. At one moment, it looks like armies clashing. At another, it flows like water, formless and adaptable. Then it feels like the sun, eternal and unstoppable. And finally, like the moon, calm, cold, and revealing the boundary between life and death. Tears welled up in his eyes. Master Yi Chen, thank you. I finally understand what you're trying to teach me. After a while, Yi Chen returned with tea. Sorry to keep you waiting. He noticed everyone staring at the chessboard and thought, what are they all doing? Elder Shao stepped forward and asked respectfully, Master Yi Chen, may I ask what formation you used in this chess game? Yi Chen replied simply, it's just a draw. Both masters were shocked. A draw? Lu Chengyi thought, I understand now, the black and white pieces are balanced. It represents a war where neither side wins, like yin and yang, where peace and danger coexist. This is the true meaning of life. Elder Shao added, it symbolizes balance. Achieving such depth in a simple chess game is extraordinary. Meanwhile, Yi Chen was confused. What's wrong with these old masters? It's just a draw. No one won. Why are they overanalyzing it so much? Yi Chen then said, I didn't have anything special at home, so I used some leaves I grew myself to make tea. I hope you like it. The elders quickly replied, please don't say that. Anything you make is a blessing for us. Lu Chengji added, anything created by your hands is precious. Elder Shao thought excitedly, if even his tea making is this refined, then he must have mastered it. Legend says our ancestors had divine tea leaves that could help cultivators break through quickly. If he truly is one of those ancestors, then this tea will be incredibly beneficial. Yi Chen lifted a tea leaf from the pot. The moment they saw it, both masters were stunned. The spiritual energy radiating from it was so intense they could barely look at it. What is he doing? Yi Chen casually dropped the leaf into the tea. Elder Shao thought, this is the first time I've ever seen such a high-quality tea leaf. Lu Chengyi added internally, only a true master would casually use something this precious. If we had it, we would treat it as a priceless treasure. Elder Shao continued analyzing. By pouring hot water over the leaf, its spiritual energy will infuse into the tea. Drinking it will grant immense power. Both masters were excited. We'll finally get to relax and benefit greatly from this tea. But suddenly, Yi Chen poured some of the tea away. Both masters were shocked. What did he just do? He threw away such precious tea. Yi Chen looked at them and said, why are you staring at me like that? They replied, you threw the tea away. Yi Chen laughed lightly. No, you misunderstood. That part was just waste. Now try this. It should taste good. Both masters hesitated. This tea is too precious. We don't even dare to drink it. Even the two girls thought, this tea feels extraordinary. Just smelling it makes it seem like our cultivation could improve. Yi Chen, however, was confused. Why isn't anyone drinking it? Then he suddenly realized, oh right, these people are immortals from powerful families. They must be used to extremely high-quality tea. And here I am, offering them something ordinary. They must think I'm looking down on them. Yi Chen said, if you didn't like the tea, it's fine. You can just throw it away. The elder quickly replied, please don't misunderstand. We were just smelling the tea to see how it was. Then, everyone finally started drinking it. As soon as they took a sip, they were stunned. What an incredible taste. Lu Chengyi thought the same. This is unbelievably good. Everyone began acting as if they had drunk alcohol, completely relaxed and immersed in the feeling. Lu Chengyi said, I feel so comfortable, so refreshed. I haven't felt like this in years. This is truly a miracle. Brother Xiao, how do you feel? Elder Xiao replied, I feel like I'm riding a boat, about to cross to the other side and surpass everything. My mind has become completely calm, and I no longer have any distractions. Seeing them like this, Yi Chen thought, they're acting strangely again. It's just a cup of tea. Why are they behaving like they've had alcohol? Suddenly, both masters felt a powerful surge within them. Lu Chengji exclaimed, what's happening? My cultivation is increasing rapidly. Elder Xiao said in shock, my head feels like it's about to explode. It's as if thousands of years of cultivation knowledge are flooding into my mind. There's not even enough space in my brain to hold it all. Yi Chen asked casually, so, how is the tea? The elders hesitated, unsure how to respond. Lu Chengyi thought he must be testing our cultivation level, seeing how capable we are. Elder Xiao said, after drinking this tea, it feels like my mind has opened up. My entire body feels refreshed. It's as if my consciousness has transformed. Lu Chengyi nodded. Yes, exactly. This is the best tea I've ever had in my life. Yi Chen, however, was confused. I just gave them 1 cup of tea, and they're feeling all this? Are they messing with me together? Meanwhile, both masters were actually nervous. The 2 girls were initially shocked, but then looked at each other and started smiling. They both thought, our appearance has changed. We look even more beautiful now. Lu Chengyi then said respectfully, Mr. Yi, your tea was exceptional. I brought a gift for you. Please accept it as an apology for my earlier behavior. Yi Chen thought, I've been treating them so casually, yet they're still being so polite, and even giving me a gift. He smiled and said, if you're offering it so sincerely, then I'll accept it. He took the gift. Elder Xiao thought regretfully, I didn't bring anything. How embarrassing. Kia also thought, I wish I had brought a gift for Senior. Yi Chen opened the box and said, let's see what's inside. I'm sure it's something good. Inside was an ice bead. Elder Xiao said in surprise, that's an ice bead. Kia added, it's a heavenly treasure. Yi Chen, however, had no idea what it was. Elder Xiao explained, an ice bead is an extremely rare treasure formed after years of extreme cold. Even a small piece is incredibly valuable. But this one is the size of an apple. It must have cost a fortune. Kia added, cultivators use ice and fire to train, but using such a treasure is extremely dangerous. If the cold energy enters your body uncontrollably, your cultivation could be permanently crippled. Princess Yan thought, just standing near it makes me feel frozen to the bone. Yi Chen, however, casually picked it up. It's really cold. Seems like some kind of automatic cooling device. I actually like it. He started playing with it. This will be perfect for cooling fruits in the summer. Maybe I can even sell chilled fruits and make a profit. Everyone else was shocked. He's playing with it like it's a toy. He doesn't even care that it's a heavenly treasure. Lu Chengyi thought, what we wouldn't even dare to touch is just a toy to him. Elder Xiao added, if we touched it, we'd freeze instantly, yet it has no effect on him. Lu Chengyi then said, Senior, our young lady has been staying here for quite some time. She must have disturbed you. I apologize for that, and I've come to take her back. Yi Chen stepped forward and held his hand. You're taking her back? Lu Chengyi nodded. Yes. Yi Chen thought, I got a gift, and now she's leaving too. This is a win for me. No more disturbances. But he acted emotional and said, I never thought we would part like this, but I guess it's time to say goodbye. Princess Yan replied, don't worry, Senior, I'll come visit you again. Elder Xiao wondered, what's so special about the 9th princess that even Senior Yi Chen is reluctant to part with her? Suddenly, Princess Yan said firmly, Lu Chengyi, I'm not leaving. Lu Chengyi was shocked. Your Highness, what are you saying? Even Yi Chen was stunned. I was just acting. Did she take it seriously? Princess Yan continued, Senior Yi Chen, don't worry, I'm not leaving you. Then she turned and said, Lu Chengyi, go back and tell my father not to send anyone for me. I will stay here with Senior. When I decide to return, I'll send word. Yi Chen thought, isn't she afraid? If she doesn't go back, I could get into serious trouble. Lu Chengyi said helplessly, if that's the case, what should I do? Yi Chen quickly intervened. All things are important, but the most important is listening to your elders. If you really want to stay here, then go back to your parents for a while. You can return whenever you want. No one will stop you. Elder Xiao also said, we're already very old, and most of our family members are gone. But you, Miss Yan, are still young. Your family and relatives are still alive. You should spend time with them. It will be good for you. Princess Yan replied, but I don't want to leave. At that moment, Yi Chen picked up his brush and quickly painted 3 or 4 artworks. In the first painting, there was a peaceful village. In the second, a man traveling the world. The third depicted how one can live a calm and peaceful life. And the fourth showed that not everything goes according to our wishes. Sometimes things go against us, and we must accept them. That is life. As everyone looked at the paintings and understood their meaning, they began to cry. These paintings are incredible, so meaningful. We've never seen anything like this before. Crying, Princess Yan said, I understand now what you're trying to tell me. As you said, I'll go back. Yi Chen folded the paintings and said, It was nice meeting you. If fate allows, we'll meet again in the future. Please accept this painting from me. Lu Chengji thought, just a few lines of his art, and I'm reminded of my childhood, a time when I lived happily with my family, free of worries, doing whatever I wanted. Back then, power and wealth meant nothing. The only thing that mattered was the love of family and friends. Senior Yi Chen truly has magic in his hands. He brought tears to my eyes. Elder Xiao said, Senior Yi Chen's words carry immense power. He could easily surpass any literary saint. I don't know anyone in literature who could even compare to him. He is a true genius, someone who appears only once in ages. Princess Yan said softly, All right, Senior, I'll take my leave now. Yi Chen replied, Take care on your way. But in his mind, he thought, There's no need to come back. She already troubled me enough. I can't afford that again. As the princess left, Yi Chen fell into thought. It's been many years since I came to this world, yet I've only seen these mountains. I've never explored beyond them. I wonder what the outside world is like. Watching him, Elder Xiao said, He is not only powerful but also kind. If he wanted, the princess would never have been able to leave. Yet he taught her the importance of family. That alone speaks volumes. Senior Yi Chen stands at a level we cannot even comprehend. Kia added, Yes, master. Today I finally witnessed what a true master is like. At that moment, Elder Xiao glanced at another painting nearby and was suddenly shocked. What is this? I understand now. Suddenly, he felt himself drawn into the world inside the painting. This is a Tao formation. Yin and Yang are right before me. This entire scene is structured according to the principles of Yuanjian Holy Land. That peak, it's the very mountain where Yuanjian stands. This means Senior Yi Chen has painted the entire Yuanjian world. He has captured the sky within his artwork and used his brush as if it were the earth itself. This gift, it signifies that the future of our Yuanjian Holy Land is limitless. With this painting, he has written fortune into our destiny, an unerasable fortune. Realization dawned on him. Now I understand why we've been blessed with such talented disciples, why Junior Yanjian was able to reach the transformation realm, and why even my own cultivation has improved so much. If I break through, I'll reach an even higher realm, and with Senior's blessing, I will surely succeed. Kia asked in confusion. Holy Master, what's happening? Why are you acting like this? The Holy Master laughed and said, It's true. Mr. Yi Chen is our ancestor. Then he laughed even louder. Our fate has changed. Yi Chen is now the master of our entire sect. No one can stop our growth anymore. Kia said, Master, are you saying this is our Yuanjian Holy Land, and that Mr. Yi Chen belongs to our sect? Elder Xiao replied, As far as I know, I'm not mistaken. Senior Yi Chen must be the very master who ascended to the upper realm. He has returned after seeing our condition, so that we can rise again. This is a huge opportunity for all of us, Kia said. I had no idea Senior Yi Chen was such a great master. Please guide me on how I should behave around him. This is very important for me. Elder Xiao continued. When my soul entered the painting, I saw 5 kinds of golden light. That can only mean one thing. Senior has blessed our Holy Land with luck, and having such fortune is incredibly rare, Kia said in surprise. Blessing someone with luck using power? I've never heard of such a thing. Can someone really do that? Elder Xiao replied. Everything in this world exists for a reason. Luck is a mysterious, heavenly force. I've only seen it a few times. Controlling luck is extremely difficult, but also very beneficial. If you fail to control it, no matter how hard you work, you'll never succeed. You'll always fall behind. Now think about it. Someone who gives us such a blessing and takes such a risk for us cannot be an ordinary person. Only an ancestor would do this for their disciples. That means Senior Yi Chen must have come from the upper world to help us grow. And this grocery store of his, it's not a store. It's a heavenly realm where people come and go. At that moment, Yi Chen arrived and said, Oh, you're looking at my painting, Yuanjian Mountain scene. What do you think about it? Elder Xiao asked respectfully. Senior Yi Chen, may I ask, this mountain you painted, is it our Yuanjian Holy Land? Yi Chen was surprised and thought, how did he figure that out? I hope this doesn't cause any trouble. Then he said, looks like you figured it out. He then recalled his past. 5 years ago, when Yi Chen first arrived in this world, he begged a sect to accept him. Please take me in. I may not have a spiritual root now, but I'll grow someday. I can do any work. Just accept me. But the sect member replied coldly, We won't accept you. Stop bothering us and leave, or I'll beat you badly. Yuanjian Holy Land was known as the home of immortals. Yi Chen tried many times to get in, but was rejected every time, and even beaten for insisting. While painting, Yi Chen muttered, I was just asking, why did they have to beat me? If they didn't want me, they could have just said no. Back in the present, Yi Chen said, that was the past. Now my life is much better. Then he added casually, I think this painting still lacks a bit of artistic conception. Some areas could be improved. Elder Xiao thought, so Senior Yi Chen came here 5 years ago. Yi Chen then asked, would you like to have a drink? I have some at home. It would be fun to drink together. Elder Xiao thought, finally a chance to give my gift. He said, Senior, I have a high-quality wine. I hope you'll like it. It's called Snow Spirit Wine. Yi Chen replied, that's great. Since you have good wine, wait here. I'll bring some snacks so we can enjoy it properly. Kia said, Master, the Snow Spirit Wine is a rare treasure. It contains the essence of snow spirits, which appear only once in 1,000 years. Anyone who wants to buy it has to pay an enormous price. Elder Xiao added, you're right, and it's very difficult to drink. At my current level, even I can't handle more than 3 cups. We can also use this to see how powerful Senior Yi Chen really is, and since he wants to drink, it's the least we can do for him. After a while, Yi Chen returned with a lot of food and said, I've prepared spicy smoked meat slices and fresh soup. These are my specialties. I hope you like them. Looking at the food, Elder Xiao and Kia said, it looks amazing. Elder Xiao thought, this meat feels spiritual. There's definitely something special about it. Kia also thought, if Senior Yi Chen made this, it can't be ordinary. It must have incredible benefits for cultivation. Elder Xiao said, this isn't spiritual, it's demonic. And this meat doesn't belong to an ordinary demon. It's from a top-level demon. A voice suddenly said, yes, it's my meat. Eat as much as you like. Seeing Elder Xiao and the others, Yi Chen thought, what should I do about their strange condition? They must be seriously ill. They're staring at the food like it's some kind of treasure. I don't even know if they'll eat it or not. At that moment, Elder Xiao and Kia started eating. Their expressions turned intense. Elder Xiao said, Senior, this is amazing. I've never tasted food like this before. Yi Chen thought, what's so special about it? Why is he acting like this? Meanwhile, Elder Xiao thought, this top-level demon meat is incredibly beneficial for my body and cultivation. Normally, I can't even taste ordinary food because my cultivation is so high, but now I can finally taste something again. And paired with this Snow Spirit wine, it's even better. Kia, after taking a few sips of wine, thought, this is extremely high level. I can't even control it after just 2 sips. I don't think I can handle anymore. As she said that, she fainted onto the table. Yi Chen was shocked. She only took 2 sips. How did she pass out? Elder Xiao said calmly, she's just inexperienced. But in his mind, he thought, this meat and wine are far too powerful. Even a golden core cultivator can't handle them easily. Elder Xiao then said, Senior, let's continue drinking. Don't worry, she's a cultivator. She'll be fine. So Yi Chen started drinking as well. After a sip, he said, this tastes like herbal wine. It must be very good for health. Elder Xiao replied, indeed, Senior, you understand everything. After finishing a cup, Yi Chen said, you brought such expensive wine. I'm very happy. If you want any gift, just tell me. I'm willing to fulfill any request. He thought to himself, as long as he doesn't ask for money, I can give him anything. Elder Xiao thought, perhaps Senior already knows why I brought this wine. Then he said carefully, Senior, I won't hide it. The painting you made, Yuanjian Mountain Scene, is truly a masterpiece. I like it very much. He felt nervous, thinking, I said that too directly. I hope Senior doesn't get angry. Yi Chen thought, I've already drunk his expensive wine. If I refuse, he might feel bad. I should just give him the painting. Elder Xiao gathered his courage and asked, may I have that painting? Yi Chen replied, you can take it. It's one of my best works, but I don't mind giving it to you. Elder Xiao was stunned. He actually gave it to me. He thought, I'm the holy master of Yuanjian Holy Land, yet I shouldn't have asked so directly. But compared to Senior, I'm nothing but a small cultivator from his sect, and yet he gave it without hesitation. He truly is great. Then he said respectfully, thank you for your blessing, Senior. I will always remember my duty and dedicate my life to making Yuanjian Holy Land prosper. As long as I live, and with your blessing, no one will be able to harm Yuanjian. Yi Chen, however, thought, why is he making that weird face again? These cultivators are so hard to understand. Later that night, the scene shifted to the royal palace. A guard reported to the king, Your Highness, the 9th princess has returned. Lord Lu Chengyi has brought her back. He has been searching for her for half a month, and just now used a teleportation array to return. He has something urgent to report and is requesting permission to enter. The king said, let him in. Soon, Princess Yan and Lu Chengyi entered. Princess Yan said, Father, I'm back. Lu Chengyi bowed. Your Majesty, it's an honor to see you again. The Emperor Yan Yang, smiled and said, my daughter, it's good to see you. But he was thinking, her cultivation has improved so much in such a short time. How is that possible? Princess Yan said, "Father, it's been so long since I saw you. I missed you a lot." The emperor replied, "I've been worried about you for the past half-month, but you must have been eager to return. You even used a teleportation array. Tell me, did you just go out for fun?" Princess Yan said firmly, "No, father, I met an expert, an incredibly powerful one." The emperor laughed. "An expert? Are you joking?" Princess Yan replied, "If you don't believe me, ask Lu Chengyi. He has seen that expert's power himself." Lu Chengyi said, "Your Majesty, what the princess says is true. In fact, that's why I returned using the teleportation array. Of course, bringing the princess back was important, but I also needed to report this matter to you as soon as possible." The emperor nodded and said, "All right, tell me everything." After that, Lu Chengyi began explaining everything in detail. Emperor Yang said, "It's truly astonishing that such a powerful person has been hiding within our Dian kingdom, and yet no one had any information about him. Mr. Lu, this senior you're talking about, just how strong is his cultivation?" Lu Chengji replied nervously, "Forgive me, Your Majesty, but I cannot describe his cultivation. You could say that no one standing on the ground can measure the sky. He is that great. Even his small courtyard contained countless items that could turn an ordinary cultivator into a supreme master. There was a 1,000-year-old demonic tree releasing immense energy. The tea leaves he used were extraordinary. They even improved cultivation. And when I presented him with an ice bead as a gift, he played with it like it was just a ball. Normally, any cultivator who touches that bead would have their soul frozen, but it had no effect on him at all. Even the pet he keeps is at least a king-level demon. That creature alone could have killed me effortlessly. The most shocking thing is that I couldn't sense any aura from him at all. No matter how hard I tried, I couldn't detect even a trace. If my guess is correct, that senior has either reached the realm of true perfection, or he has descended from the upper world. Otherwise, no one could be that powerful while completely concealing their aura." Emperor Yang was stunned. "From the upper realm?" Princess Yan added, "How is that even possible? I stayed with Mr. Yi for quite some time, and I had no idea he was such a powerful master." The emperor thought, "If such a powerful master exists within our kingdom, he wouldn't be here without a reason. There must be something significant, perhaps a mysterious artifact, a great treasure, or a hidden truth that must never be revealed. And he clearly doesn't want anyone to know." Princess Yan thought to herself, "I always believed Mr. Yi had hidden powers, like those described in ancient texts, but I never imagined he might actually be an immortal from the upper world. If he truly is an immortal, then what is my relationship with him? Father doesn't even know that such a great being cooked for me, treated me kindly, and never harmed me. Even when I offended him, if he wanted, he could have killed me instantly, even destroyed the entire empire. But he didn't. Instead, he told me to rest whenever I worked and even made food for me. Maybe Mr. Yi actually likes me." Meanwhile, Emperor Yang thought, "This girl is acting strangely." Then he said aloud, "As you said, you suddenly appeared at his residence one night without even knowing how you got there. Could it be that this senior Yi was trying to control you?" Lu Chengji immediately objected. "That's impossible, Your Majesty. That cannot be the case." The emperor replied, "Why not? If he tried to control my daughter, perhaps he intends to control the entire kingdom, and through it, the whole world." Princess Yan said firmly, "No, father, that's impossible. Master Yi is a very kind person. He would never do such a thing. Besides, with his level of power, he wouldn't need to resort to schemes like that." Emperor Yang responded, "You're still young and inexperienced. There are many people in this world who appear kind on the outside but are not so within. You can't judge someone's intentions just by looking at them. And someone at his level, we cannot even begin to understand his purpose. Still, you may be right. If he is truly that powerful, he wouldn't need such plans." "Very well, I've made my decision. Prepare the caravan. The 9th princess and I will go meet the ancestor." Both Lu Chengyi and Princess Yan were shocked. Princess Yan said, "Father, what are you doing? I told you, Mr. Yi isn't that kind of person." The emperor replied, "I'm not doubting him, nor do I intend to offend him. I'm taking you to meet the ancestor to ensure your safety." Princess Yan hesitated, then said, "All right," but she thought, "I may not be worthy of Mr. Yi, but I won't let anyone challenge him, not even my father. I know very well what the outcome would be." Emperor Yang continued, "Princess, when you were born, you possessed the finest ice spirit root in the world. Your potential was so great that our ancestor came out of seclusion just to see you. He declared that your cultivation would reach incredible heights, and that you would bring glory to our kingdom. He even gave you your name, Yan Ziyu. Being blessed by the ancestor is an extraordinary honor. Among all princes and princesses, you are the only one personally blessed by him. So it's only natural that other powerful beings might take an interest in you. That is why it is my responsibility to ensure your safety, no matter what it takes." At that moment, the gate to the ancestor's chamber opened and a voice called out, "Yan Ziyu, you've arrived. Come in." Princess Yan and Emperor Yang entered and greeted the ancestor respectfully. They were meeting the great ancestor of the Yan kingdom, Yan Tianshan. Yan Tianshan said, Ziyu, it seems your strength has grown significantly. Your trip outside the capital has clearly benefited you, and I can see many blessings surrounding you, strengthening your aura. Princess Yan said, Ancestor, I have something to report. A few days ago, I went to Yuanjian Holy Land, where I met a very powerful senior. All the growth in my cultivation during this time was achieved under his guidance. Yan Tianshan asked, What kind of senior are you talking about? Princess Yan replied, I don't even know how to describe him. He is exceptionally skilled in chess, calligraphy, and painting. I can guarantee that in our entire kingdom, no one can match his level. Ancestor Tianshan said, It seems the person you're describing is very difficult to put into words. Princess Yan replied, No, it's not like that. The senior I met never revealed anything about himself. He is extremely mysterious. All I know is that his surname is Yi, and his full name is Yi Chen King. Everyone calls him Yi Chen. Ancestor Tianshan repeated thoughtfully, Chen King, with the surname Yi. He was momentarily shocked. At the same time, a powerful surge of energy began to emanate from Princess Yan's body. He then said, I've never heard of this name before. However, I have noticed something. The ice aura within your body has become much stronger than before. It is no longer simple, it has become far more complex. It seems that staying with that person has had a significant influence on you. From all this, I can say one thing for certain. The master you're talking about must be extremely powerful. Emperor Yang added, Ancestor, our 9th princess and General Lu Chengji are the only 2 people who have met that master. The ancestor said, Tell me everything, I want the full details. Emperor Yang explained. He said that this senior Yi Chen King is living in seclusion inside Yuan Town, and no one there knows anything about him. When Lu Chengyi entered his courtyard, he saw countless treasures. But to that man, they held no value at all. He even keeps a black dog that is at least a king-level demon. The ancestor was startled. What are you saying? A person that powerful is hidden within Yuanjian Holy Land? Emperor Yang continued. I was frightened and didn't know what to do. The master is far too powerful, and Princess Ziyu stayed with him for quite some time. I want you to examine her and confirm whether her body is safe. Only you can ensure her safety. Ancestor Tianshan nodded. You're right, Ziyu, come here. He placed his hand on her head and lightly touched her with his finger. At that moment, a massive surge of energy burst out from Princess Yan's body. Shocked, Emperor Yang exclaimed, Ancestor, how is this possible? Ziyu now has 2 special spiritual roots. The ancestor said in amazement, Incredible. She now possesses dual spiritual roots. Could this be because of that senior? Did she regenerate a second root? Princess Yan asked in disbelief. I have 2 spiritual roots? Ancestor Tianshan said, Ziyu, tell me, who exactly is this master? I need to know everything about him. Ziyu replied, Ancestor, he is indeed as powerful as father described, but the idea that he is trying to use me to control the Dian kingdom is completely wrong. He would never do something like that. Emperor Yang frowned and asked, Then why are you defending him so much? Ziyu answered, I'm not defending him. He doesn't even know my true identity. Even without knowing who I was, he taught me music, chess, calligraphy, and painting. His courtyard is filled with immense energy. Honestly, I just wish I could stay there forever. I felt truly at peace living with him. Ancestor Tianshan said sternly, Stop speaking nonsense. Do you even understand how extraordinary it is to gain a second spiritual root? This is something you can never achieve through ordinary practice. Emperor Yang agreed. He's right. You can't become this powerful just by playing chess or painting. If gaining dual spiritual roots were that easy, everyone would have them. Can you prove that this senior has mastered true cultivation, not just arts? Princess Yan said, Yes, I can prove it. Mr. Yi gave me a piece of calligraphy. If you look at it, you'll understand just how extraordinary he is. Meanwhile, back at Yi Chen's place, Yi Chen and the others had been drinking quite a lot. Yi Chen said, This wine is really good, I want more. Elder Xiao quickly warned, Senior, please don't drink too much. If you do, you might get drunk, or even pass out. Yi Chen replied casually, A little more won't hurt. He thought to himself, This fairy girl really can't handle her drink. She fainted after just half a cup. Elder Xiao then said, Senior, I noticed a chessboard in your courtyard earlier. It looked extremely mysterious. Judging by your skills, you must have reached the peak of chess. Yi Chen replied, I know a little. An idea suddenly struck Elder Xiao. He said, Senior, there's an interesting game I'd like to show you. I hope you'll find it intriguing. Yi Chen said, All right, show me. Elder Xiao presented a paper and said, This is called 4 Dragons Spitting Water. He thought to himself, I've been stuck on this for hundreds of years. No matter how hard I try, I can't solve it, but my master will definitely be able to crack it. Yi Chen studied the paper quietly for a long time. After a while, Elder Xiao said, Senior, please say something. You've been silent for quite some time. Yi Chen finally said, This is an endgame. There's nothing more to it. Elder Xiao asked in surprise. You mean you can't solve it? I've been trying to solve this for 100 years, but I fail every time. Yi Chen thought, this isn't even that complicated, and he's been stuck on it for 100 years? Do cultivators not use their brains? Elder Xiao asked eagerly. Senior, can you solve it? Yi Chen thought, it's just a chess puzzle. I can solve it easily, but this old man looks really troubled. Maybe it's time to show off a little. He stood up and said, follow me. Soon they arrived at the chessboard. Elder Xiao looked at it and thought, this is no ordinary board. It's a magical artifact. It contains the power of heaven and earth and even controls Dao formations. This must be a legendary immortal treasure. Yi Chen said calmly, there are 12 ways to solve this puzzle. I'll teach you 4 of them. With these, you'll be able to solve it easily in the future. As for the remaining 8, Elder Xiao quickly replied, don't worry, Senior. Once I learn these 4 methods, I'll try to figure out the rest on my own. Yi Chen thought to himself, I could have just taught him one technique, but that wouldn't look cool. This way, I look much cooler, like I genuinely want him to become a powerful chess master. Scene shifted to the royal palace. Ancestor Tianshan was reading the calligraphy written by Yi Chen. Emperor Yang thought, I came to the ancestor to ensure Ziyu's safety and to understand how powerful that senior really is. But just by looking at his calligraphy, the ancestor seems as if he has found a heavenly treasure. The ancestor kept reading, completely absorbed, unable to focus on anything else. After finishing, tears streamed down his face. He said, I have cultivated for thousands of years, but after reading this calligraphy, I am reminded that in my pursuit of immortality and power, I forgot all the people who once stood by my side. That senior has written an extraordinary poem. Within its lines lies the true meaning of life. I must rediscover the purpose for which I began cultivating. Endless cultivation has narrowed our minds. We think only of becoming stronger, but cultivating the mind is just as important. Without clarity of thought, one can achieve nothing. Emperor Yang was stunned. What is the ancestor saying? Has he lost his mind? He has spent thousands of years cultivating, yet now he says cultivation is meaningless? Ancestor Tianshan said, Ziyu, if you meet that senior again, convey my thanks to him and tell him I offer my respects. He returned the calligraphy. The barrier in my mind has been broken. I can say with certainty, I will achieve a breakthrough very soon. Emperor Yang asked in shock, Ancestor, are you serious? You're about to break through? Princess Yan said, Ancestor, I have an idea. What if we go and meet Senior Yi? Our cultivation might improve even more, and you might break through even faster. The ancestor asked, what exactly are you suggesting? Princess Yan replied, before I left, I promised him I would visit again, and he said I'm always welcome. The ancestor asked seriously, is what you're saying true? Ziyu replied, yes, everything I said is true. However, Emperor Yang objected, Ancestor, I don't think we should do that. To me, this all seems like a scheme. Yes, that man is powerful, but no one helps others without a reason. Because of him, Ziyu gained dual spiritual roots, received calligraphy, and even an open invitation to visit anytime. There's a rule in this world. You know it well. To powerful people, ordinary individuals are like chess pieces. They're useful only until they're not. I fear that this man is using Ziyu as bait to lure you out. Hearing this, the ancestor shouted angrily, enough nonsense. It is disgraceful that the emperor of my kingdom has such a narrow mind. An emperor should be open-minded, not like you. You don't even realize the mistake you're making. That senior helped us. He made your daughter stronger and is even benefiting your kingdom. And yet you doubt him? Princess Yan quickly said, Ancestor, please don't scold father. He's only worried about me. The ancestor replied sternly, Ziyu, if you weren't his daughter, I would have already stripped him of his title. He has made a grave mistake, one that could have led to disaster. If that senior had been present, all of us might have been destroyed. Ordinary masters are obsessed with power. But there comes a stage where many get stuck, no matter how hard they try. Only those who cultivate both mind and spirit can surpass that stage. And the senior you speak of, both his mind and cultivation have reached the absolute peak. He has already transcended the desire for power. That is why he spends his time playing chess, painting, and writing calligraphy. Because he truly enjoys it. He lives among mortals, experiencing life as they do. Such innocence at that level, only the greatest master could achieve that. Emperor Yang immediately fell to his knees. Ancestor, I realize now that I made a grave mistake. Please forgive me. If you wish to meet that senior, I will prepare the finest gifts. The ancestor said, it's good that you admit your mistake, but people like him have no need for gifts. As I said, he has already reached the peak. Material offerings mean nothing to him. Instead, build a temple for him in the capital. Order everyone to worship him daily. Establish his golden statue so all may pay their respects. His existence is no less than that of a god. Soon after, the emperor issued the order. A guard announced in the city, by royal decree, in 3 days, everyone must gather at Dongshan to receive blessings. People began discussing among themselves, what's going to happen in 3 days? Who is going to bless us? Someone said, I heard temples are being built across the city, and they'll be completed in 3 days. They're called the Chen King Temples. It must be for some incredibly powerful master. Amid the crowd, a mysterious masked man stood silently. He thought, the royal family is building temples. Something unusual is definitely happening. I need to report this to my king immediately. The scene shifts to another kingdom, where a man reports, news has arrived. Temples are being built in the Dian Kingdom. They're called the Chen King Temples. Does anyone know what that means? 2 men discuss among themselves. They're building temples, but why is the Dian Kingdom suddenly doing this? Maybe Ancestor Tianshan has achieved a breakthrough and become much stronger. Perhaps he's about to take action personally, and the kingdom is building temples in his honor to receive his blessings. Or maybe they're doing this to spread influence and strengthen their reputation. Another man suggested, my lord, we should send more people into the Dian Kingdom. Right now, the information we have is too limited. We can't understand what's really happening. Scene shifted. Inside another palace, a furious man shouted, I've raised so many spies and sent them to the Dian Kingdom. They're paid well, fed well, but when it comes time to bring news, they know nothing. What's the point of keeping such useless people? They can't even tell me why those temples are being built. A man sitting in front of him said calmly, my emperor, please calm down. I don't know everything, but from what I've gathered, the temples are being built for a senior known as Senior Yi. Inside the temples, a golden statue of him has been placed, and people are worshipping him with great devotion. This kind of treatment isn't given to ordinary saints. Whoever is being worshipped like this is at least on the level of a god. Or perhaps he has descended from the upper realm to strengthen the Dian Kingdom. The emperor asked, then what should we do? The man replied, we should send stronger spies, those with high-level martial skills. Only then can we investigate who this senior truly is and how powerful he is. 3 days later, a report came in. The temple has been completed. Your Majesty, I request that you inspect it personally to ensure there are no flaws. If that senior gets angry, we won't be able to handle the consequences. At that moment, a maid arrived and said, Your Majesty, the ancestor is about to break through. He cannot attend or respond right now. It would be best not to disturb him. The emperor nodded, I understand. Meanwhile, some spies overheard the conversation. One whispered, Did you hear? Ancestor Yan Tianshan is about to break through. Our master's guess was correct. Another disagreed. No, that's not what we were told. The first one replied coldly, It doesn't matter. Our mission is complete. Once we get the chance, we'll assassinate the ancestor and leave. Scene shifts to Dongshan. A huge crowd had gathered outside the temple. In the center stood a massive statue covered with a red cloth. People murmured, Whose statue is that? It must be some great master to be built this large and so quickly. Soon, an announcement rang out. His Majesty and the 9th Princess have arrived. Everyone bowed. The Emperor said, Rise. I know you all are wondering whose statue this is. This is the Chen King Temple, built to worship Senior Yi Chen King. He is a mysterious figure. I cannot reveal much. But you should know this. He is a great benefactor of our kingdom. With his favor, our nation's destiny can change. The crowd whispered in shock. An immortal? If the Emperor speaks like this, he must be terrifyingly powerful. Elsewhere, some spies from another kingdom said, the Dian Kingdom is being protected by immortals. Another replied, yes, their ancestor must be that immortal. That's why they're building temples. A third said, should we launch a sneak attack? The other shook his head. No, let's report this first. We'll be heavily rewarded. Back at Dongshan, the emperor ordered, Minister Huang, begin the ceremony. Minister Huang announced, on this auspicious evening, as the sun shines brilliantly just like our god Chen King, I declare the completion of the Chen King Temple. The red cloth was removed. A massive golden statue of Yi Chang stood revealed. It radiated a powerful aura. People gasped. What is this energy? Guards rushed forward. Protect the emperor. But the common people said, this feels comforting. I feel like lying down and resting. My body is filled with energy. The emperor said in awe, this statue has become a heavenly treasure on its own. We've tried many times but never created something like this. It proves that Senior Yi is extraordinary. Whether alive or in statue form, he remains a supreme immortal. Suddenly, the statue's power surged into the sky. The crowd panicked. What's happening? It feels like heavenly lightning is about to descend. The weather changed instantly. Clear skies turned into thunder and lightning. People trembled, wondering, what are the heavens trying to do? Princess Yan said, Father, what I'm seeing right now, I've neither heard of it before nor ever seen anything like this. We should call Mr. Lu Chengyi here. He can ensure everyone's safety. The emperor replied calmly, Don't worry for now, let's first see what happens. Soon, the dark clouds in the sky began to disperse. People exclaimed, Look, this is incredible. The sky has split into 5 colors. And look carefully, there's someone sitting up there. Could that be a supreme master? Then a miraculous scene unfolded. angels descended from the heavens. They began singing and celebrating in the sky. The emperor said in awe, "This is truly a miracle. Heaven itself has sent angels to worship the golden body of our senior. His existence is beyond imagination. Even the heavens have come to show respect." At that moment, a guard rushed in and reported, "Your Majesty, strange things are happening around the palace. A powerful aura has spread everywhere, and the most astonishing news, our ancestor is about to break through." Hearing this, the emperor became overjoyed. "What? The ancestor is about to break through? That's wonderful. If he succeeds, he will get even closer to the upper realm." The emperor and Princess Yan bowed respectfully and said, "Thank you, Senior Yi." The emperor continued, "Senior Yi, if your blessings remain upon us, one day I too may reach the upper realm. As long as you stand with us, our kingdom will continue to grow and we will fear no one." Scene shifts to Chen Kingdom. The emperor of the Chen Kingdom was furious. Why hasn't that old man died yet? Instead, he's becoming stronger. He turned to his advisor. "Do you have any more news?" The advisor replied, "There are a few developments. The Dian Kingdom now has a supreme master backing them. As long as he's there, no one can harm their kingdom." Another advisor added, "Their ancestor couldn't break through before, but with this senior's help, he is now about to succeed." A third one said, "And when they built a temple for that master, even angels descended from the heavens to worship him. The sky itself changed colors." The emperor froze for a moment, then exploded in rage. "A master worthy of worship by heavenly angels? And you call that a small matter?" He threw a bottle at them and shouted, "So many major events have happened in the Dian Kingdom, and you call them trivial? A supreme master supporting a kingdom is no small matter. Get out of my sight immediately." Scene shifts to Dajia Kingdom Palace. One man said worriedly, "This year is going to be terrible. It has started badly." Another said, "No one can stop the rise of the Dian Kingdom now." A third added, "If their ancestor successfully breaks through, they will become far stronger than us. The other kingdoms will be forced to submit." Then a master spoke, "You're all wrong. The real problem isn't the ancestor, it's this Senior Yi Chen. We don't even know who he is, yet he's making their entire kingdom stronger. We must find out his identity." Another man said, "No, what we need is allies, kingdoms that can help us oppose Dian." Someone replied, "That's obvious. All other kingdoms share the same enemy, Dian." One man warned, "You've lost your mind. Dian is already too powerful. Fighting them now would be a mistake." But another countered, "This is our only chance. If they complete their preparations, none of us will be able to stop them." Then someone said cautiously, "What if history repeats itself?" Hearing this, the emperor of Dajia became visibly shaken. He explained, 1,000 years ago, the world was divided into 7 kingdoms. Powerful experts appeared everywhere, and countless wars broke out. The world was on the verge of destruction, until one peerless master appeared. He used his power to stabilize everything. Many kingdoms were destroyed, but those who obeyed him survived. Eventually, 4 kingdoms were formed, the ones that still exist today. Back then, it was decided that a temple should be built for that peerless master, but suddenly, he disappeared. No one ever saw him again. After he vanished, chaos returned, and people once again became obsessed with power. Scene shifts to Yi Chen. Yi Chen suddenly woke up from sleep, startled. "What kind of dream was that? I saw people from different kingdoms building temples for me. They even set up a golden statue of me, and everyone was worshipping me, calling me a peerless master. Even heavenly angels came to greet me. It felt so real, like I was actually there. But I don't even have a spiritual root. That can never be real. Still, I've been having really good dreams lately. My sleep quality has improved a lot, and I feel full of energy every morning. It's been a month since that old man left. I wonder if he understood the 4 dragons spitting water puzzle or not. I taught him 4 methods, but there are still 8 left. If he couldn't solve it in 100 years, I doubt he can now." Looking at the gifts left behind, he said, "What kind of gifts are these? A stone and a token? What am I even supposed to do with them?" He recalled how he had tried hard to teach Elder Xiao, even scolding him out of frustration. But he didn't seem to understand anything at all. Are all the elders of Yuanjian Holy Land like this? If I had a spiritual root, I'd show them how cultivation is really done. Annoyed, he tossed the token aside. "I don't need this." But he kept the stone. This might be useful someday. As he placed the stone on the table and walked away, a crack suddenly appeared on it, and a powerful energy began leaking out. Meanwhile, Yi Chen entered his room and said, "A good morning should start properly. Time to do my favorite thing, calligraphy." He picked up the brush and began writing. "The brush is fine, the paper is fine, but why is golden smoke coming out of my words? Let me try writing a little more." Yi Chen continued writing. He wrote for a long time, and every time his brush moved, golden smoke flowed out from his words. Smiling, he said, "This is actually pretty fun. Even if I don't have any power, my words can produce golden smoke. That's pretty cool too. Could this be my special ability, and I just didn't realize it?" Then he said excitedly, "Finally, I've discovered my power. Outside, the Black Emperor Beast was watching and thinking, Master is truly amazing. It's as if his hands are made of gold. Everything he creates turns extraordinary. Looking at his calligraphy, Yi Chen said, This looks really beautiful, and the golden smoke makes it even better. Alright, let me try something new. He then started painting. In the painting, he drew a storm. But when he looked outside the window, an identical storm had actually formed in reality. Shocked, Yi Chen thought, What is going on? This storm looks exactly like the one I just painted, and it appeared right after I finished it. Is this happening because of my painting? He decided to test it again. This time, he painted lightning, and instantly, lightning began flashing outside. Standing in his courtyard, he laughed and said, I knew it. God can't be as cruel as the legends say. They say that truly powerful beings can change the atmosphere with just a thought, fly into the sky, and cross into the heavens. I was just painting casually, and yet the weather itself changed. So that means, those legendary masters everyone talks about, that's me. Filled with excitement, he said, I must have gained incredible powers without even realizing it. He raised his hand toward the sky and declared, Show me your power. Change the weather. But nothing happened. After waiting for a while, he frowned. Why isn't anything happening? Did I use the wrong spell? Maybe I shouldn't say it out loud. After thinking for a moment, he realized, I get it now. My power only works through the brush. He lifted his brush toward the sky and said, All right, show your power. Suddenly, the weather changed again. Lightning roared across the sky, and a bolt of lightning struck his brush directly. He was jolted violently. Confused, he muttered, What is going on? I can change the weather through my thoughts, but why don't I actually feel any magical power? Do I have some kind of illusion-based ability? Then his eyes widened in realization, there's one more possibility, something no one has thought of. I might have developed a spiritual root, and it's of a divine grade. A few days later, huge flying ships appeared above Yuan Town. People were amazed. Look, those ships, they're from Jigen Holy Land. They've come to compete with our Yuanjian Holy Land. Common people sighed in admiration. Cultivators are truly lucky. They can ride such magnificent ships. People like us will never get that chance. I wish someone from our family could become an immortal. Meanwhile, the cultivators from Jigen Holy Land looked down and said, There are even mortals here? What kind of holy land allows ordinary people to wander around freely? Another replied, You're right. To grow stronger, one must have a strong foundation. Without a good spiritual root, cultivation is impossible. The people here have very poor spiritual roots, they'll never rise. A man with glasses said, Senior Brother Lu, if I remember correctly, you don't come from an immortal family either. No one in your family has ever been a cultivator. So maybe, you shouldn't say things like that. Brother Lu's expression darkened. What do you mean by that? He called his subordinates and said coldly, Do you want to fight? The man quickly replied, No, you misunderstood. I was just reminding you. You look down on these mortals as if they're nothing, but you also came from an ordinary background, and in front of someone stronger like Senior Sister Tan Te, even we would be insignificant. Just then, someone appeared from behind and said, Well said, you've become quite sharp. It was revealed that this person was Yan Changfeng, the holy son of Jigen Holy Land. Brother Lu thought nervously, This is bad. Praising Senior Sister Tan in front of Senior Brother Sun, he won't forgive that. Senior Brother Sun said coldly, So you're saying that being the holy son means nothing? That Tan Te is the strongest? Brother Lu quickly tried to smooth things over. That's not what I meant. Our holy son and holy saints are equal in strength. It's hard to say who is stronger. Senior Brother Sun replied, I'm glad to hear that. You're talented and even more capable than others, but you should remember, there is always a difference between seniors and juniors. If you forget that, it will bring you trouble. The man bowed quickly. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. At that moment, a voice interrupted. What exactly did he say wrong? Everyone turned. Senior Sister Tan Te had arrived. She said calmly, I'd like to know, what did he say that offended you? The crowd whispered, She's so beautiful, like an angel descending from heaven. Senior Brother Sun replied, He insulted the Holy Sun. Disrespecting a senior is a serious offense. Tan Te responded calmly, Is that so? From what I heard, he only said that I'm strong. How does praising me become an insult to you? Our Holy Master says the same thing every day, that I'm more talented and powerful than you. Does that mean he insults you daily? He simply repeated the same words. So tell me, where exactly is the insult? The crowd began whispering. Senior Sister Tan Te is so beautiful, she looks like a fairy. Chang Feng frowned and said, You shouldn't say things like that. Are you claiming that you're stronger than me? Then how about a bet? Let's see who is truly stronger. I am the Holy Son, and you are a saint. One of us will become the future Holy Master. So let's make a wager. In the upcoming Yuanjian Holy Land competition, whoever loses must give up their claim to the future Holy Master position. Tan Te replied calmly, Senior, what are you saying? Our Holy Master already promised that whoever reaches the nascent soul stage before the age of 40 will become the next Holy Master. Or, are you afraid that I might reach it before you? Changfeng scoffed. Don't talk nonsense. My cultivation is higher than yours. Why would I be afraid? Just then, Tante suddenly heard a melody. She paused and thought, who is playing this music? It sounds incredible. The other disciples also noticed it. This sounds like a piano, and it's amazing. But compared to senior sister Tante, who is a music genius, it's nothing. Tante immediately said, silence. The disciples quieted down, thinking, even her scolding sounds pleasant. Not everyone gets this chance. Without another word, Tante started walking away. The disciples wondered, where is she going? She was following the sound of the music. As she listened, she thought, sometimes it sounds like flowing water, and sometimes like a powerful waterfall capable of destroying everything. To control music like this, the person must be a peerless master. I have a music manual that I've never been able to understand. If I can meet this master, maybe I can finally comprehend it. Meanwhile, Changfeng thought, she suddenly left and is chasing that music. She cultivates through music, but that sound was strange. Still, I can't understand what she's trying to do. Soon, Tante reached Yuan Town. As she tried to enter, she was suddenly struck by a powerful force. She was shocked. What is this? If there was a formation here, why couldn't I sense it? The barrier began to crack, and she fell down into the town. At the same time, Yi Chen was inside, casually playing the piano. As he played, lightning flashed in the sky. Confused, he said, what's going on? Why does lightning appear every time I do something? Meanwhile, Tante crashed into the town. Groaning in pain, she thought, that hurt. I didn't expect such a powerful barrier, but it makes sense. Someone this powerful would definitely set up protection. Then she heard the music again. It's coming from ahead. She ran toward the source. People nearby noticed her and said, she looks like an immortal. Another replied, how can you tell? The first one said, she's too beautiful. Only fairies look like that. Tante soon arrived outside Yi Chen's shop. She saw the Black Emperor resting there. At first she thought this is just a grocery store, but then she sensed an overwhelming aura coming from inside. I knew it. The one playing that music must be an extremely powerful master, an immortal. As she stepped forward, she noticed the Black Emperor and froze in shock. This is a demon king. The Black Emperor woke up and thought, another human. They've all figured out that my master is powerful and keep coming here to improve themselves. Looks like I need to stop them. He approached Tante. Terrified, she thought, please don't kill me. I didn't do anything wrong. The Black Emperor released his aura and said, you've behaved well, so I won't kill you. Now leave. Just as he said that, Yi Chen arrived. He casually picked up the Black Emperor and tossed him aside, saying, go play in the backyard. Don't scare my customers. Then he turned to Tante and said politely, Miss, are you here to shop? This is a high-quality store. You'll find everything you need here. Tante was stunned. She thought, a demon king can kill with just a touch. Yet this young man casually threw him aside, and the demon didn't even resist. The music also came from here. That means the person standing before me is that peerless master. Yi Chen noticed her silence and asked, why aren't you speaking? Is there a problem? She asked carefully, excuse me, the piano just now, were you the one playing it? Yi Chen replied, yes, that was me. Hearing this, Tante's expression brightened. That's wonderful. She then opened her storage space and took out her own piano. Yi Chen thought to himself, what is this girl doing here? Is she going to play the piano on the street? Teaching music on the roadside would be pretty pointless, but she seems to think I'm some kind of master. So what can I even do now? Tante respectfully said, Grandmaster, I have a few questions about music that I would like to ask you. May I? Yi Chen was surprised. So she's not here to play. She wants me to solve her doubts instead? Wait, she just called me master. Looks like she really liked my music. Meanwhile, Tante thought, earlier, Master said that his shop has everything. That must mean he possesses vast knowledge, and I can ask him anything. If such a powerful master is giving me this opportunity, how could I let it go? Yi Chen smiled inwardly. Master? That sounds pretty nice. Then he calmed himself. I shouldn't act too excited or she might think I'm crazy. He said, this isn't a good place to talk. Let's go to the backyard. Tante replied, all right, master. I'll follow you. She thought happily, he's so kind. He even allowed me inside. Yi Chen said, my house is right next to the shop. This courtyard is where I usually play the piano, paint, and practice calligraphy. I don't have much else to do all day, so I just spend my time on these things. As he spoke, he opened the gate. The moment Tante stepped inside, she was stunned. What is this glow? It feels like I've entered a spiritual realm. Looking around, she thought, he called this a simple courtyard? This place is like a holy land of creation. There's no place on earth better than this. Even practicing here for a single day would equal hundreds of days of cultivation. I feel like staying here forever. Meanwhile, Yi Chen thought, why do cultivators act like this over such normal things? I really need to figure out what's wrong with them. Pointing around, he said, this is where I practice calligraphy, and that's the chessboard I usually play on. Then Tante noticed something and asked, "What is this?" Yi-chen replied casually. "Oh, that! It's just something a friend gave me. I use it to make tea. If you want it, you can take it." Shocked, Tante quickly said, "Master, thank you, but I cannot accept such an expensive gift." Yi-chen thought, "What's expensive about it? It's just a nice-looking stone." But Tante was thinking, "This is a yuan stone, a heavenly treasure, and he uses it to make tea? He was even willing to give it to me so casually. He truly is a peerless master who has no need for worldly things." She then walked toward the piano. Looking closely, she noticed something written on it. Her eyes widened. This is of divine grade," she thought. Legends speak of a piano that could split mountains with its sound. It could either destroy a person mentally or heal them completely. And now, I'm seeing it with my own eyes. This is an immortal weapon, Yi-chen said. "You wanted to ask about music, right? The piano is right there. Play something for me first. Only then can I tell what's lacking in your music." Tante hesitated. "Can I really touch this piano?" Yi-chen urged her. "Why aren't you playing? Go ahead." Then he added, "I told you, you can use it. There's no problem." She bowed slightly. "Senior, thank you so much. It's a great honor to be allowed to use your piano. May I really play it?" Yi-chen replied, "Yes, go ahead." He then thought, "I made this piano with my own hands. It took a lot of effort. Last winter, Yi-chen had found some wood. He said, I don't have enough money to buy firewood, so I'll have to use this. But before burning it, I should cut it first." He swung an axe, but since he was weak, the axe bounced back and nearly hit his face. Looking at the wood, he said, "This is actually high-quality wood. Instead of burning it, I should make a piano out of it." Later, he went to buy strings. Picking one up, he asked, "How much does this cost?" The shopkeeper replied, "This is pure silk. It costs 6 silver taels." Yi-chen frowned. "That's too expensive. I'll just make it myself." The shopkeeper scoffed. "Everything is expensive for people without a spiritual root. If you're so capable, go make it yourself." As Yi-chen left, he said confidently, "Just wait. I'll make even better strings." The shopkeeper laughed. "This will take you a long time. You'll definitely come back to my shop." After that, Yi-chen began preparing to make the strings for the piano. First, he raised silkworms and nurtured them until they grew. Then, using their cocoons, he produced silk threads, and eventually, he successfully crafted a perfect piano. The scene then shifts back to the present. Yi-chen said, "There's only one true principle in music. Whatever you play, play it from the heart. The real essence of music comes from within. As long as it comes from your heart, you can play anything." Tante replied, "All right, master." As she looked at the piano, she thought, in this world, there are many types of weapons, divided into high and low tiers. Immortal weapons, Tao weapons, ancient treasures, spiritual treasures, and more. If someone possesses a powerful artifact, they can easily suppress others. But immortal weapons, they practically don't exist in reality. They are only mentioned in legends, and very few people have ever seen one. But this piano, it's on a level even beyond an immortal weapon. Tante became extremely excited, but her hands trembled before she began to play. Yi-chen thought, why is she so nervous? Does she not know how to play? Or is she just not very good at it? Tante then said, "Master, I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Tante Jin. If you don't mind, you can call me Jin." Meanwhile, Yi-chen casually mentioned the name of a tune, thinking, I probably just said something random. She might think I'm foolish. Tante replied, "Master, what are you doing? I haven't even started yet. May I begin now?" Yi-chen said, "All right, go ahead." Soon, Tante started playing the piano. After playing for a while, she asked, "How was it?" Yi-chen replied, "It wasn't bad." Tante was shocked. "This is the first time someone hasn't praised me. If I want master's approval, I'll have to use my full abilities." So she began playing again, this time using all her strength and skills. Watching her, Yi-chen said, "Yes, this is better." Meanwhile, Tante thought, "Master Yi-chen, I've given it my all. You'll definitely praise me now, right?" Yi-chen said, "What you played was quite good. There are still some flaws, but overall, it's good. Very few people in this world can play at your level. You have rare talent." Hearing this, Tante was so overwhelmed that she coughed up blood. Yi-chen thought, honestly, she's still much better than Miss Yan. That girl's music was terrible. It felt like my ears were going to explode. He then said, "Miss Tante, I know another girl, and compared to her, your music is far better." Tante felt a surge of anger. "I am the holy saintess of a great sect. If my cultivation improves, I could even become the holy master. And yet he compares me to some random girl. This is unacceptable." But then she paused and thought, wait, if master is this powerful, then the people he knows must also be extraordinary. Being compared to them might actually be a good thing. I shouldn't get angry. She then said respectfully, "My talent and knowledge are limited. If I've made mistakes, please guide me so I can improve." Tante thought, I wonder what master will say. My holy master always told me to respect powerful individuals, because you never know what they're truly capable of. She also recalled another teaching. Only those who have faced hardships can overcome them. Without the courage to face challenges, one can never progress. And when practicing music, one must believe wholeheartedly that they can succeed, because without that belief, no matter how much potential they have, they will never achieve it. Tante thought, Master is truly perfect. I wonder how much effort he must have put in to reach this level. He might even be stronger than my own holy master. Yi Chen then said, right now, I can't teach you much. There are many types of music in this world, and each one has its own meaning. If you don't understand that meaning, you can't truly excel. Music is vast knowledge. You can't gain it without facing difficulties. Tante thought, that's exactly what my master used to say. Then Yi Chen added, by the way, I've already memorized the tune you played. If I try, I might be able to play it. Saying this, he sat down at the piano and began playing. He said, it's quite enjoyable to play this tune. Miss Tante, pay close attention to the difference between your music and mine. You'll learn a lot from it. Tante replied, yes, master. I'll listen carefully and absorb as much knowledge as I can. As she looked at him, she noticed his aura had completely changed. It felt as steady and overwhelming as a mountain. Just by watching his hands, she could sense his immense power, and his technique was flawless. Then Yi Chen began to play. Tante was instantly mesmerized. This music feels alive. It's as if Master Yi Chen is creating life itself through sound. Everything is becoming calm and clear. The sky feels brighter. Even my mind feels like it has no limits anymore. It's as if I'm riding a crane, soaring freely through an infinite sky. I'm no longer bound by anything. I can reach the heavens if I wish, or simply float peacefully. This feeling, it's incredibly serene. After a while, Yi Chen stopped playing and said, this piece was more difficult than I expected. I had some trouble playing it. Then he noticed Tante standing there with her arms spread, smiling joyfully. Yi Chen thought, is this how she learns music? It looks like she's practically flying. He stood up and said, well, however she understands it is fine. As long as she's learning something, I don't mind. She can learn in whatever way suits her. After a while, we see Tante regain her senses and stand up. She thinks, I was completely lost just now. It feels like my understanding of music has greatly improved. I feel much better than before. As for Master Yi Chen's level, it's beyond anything I can even imagine. He only heard my music once, yet he replicated it as if he were the very creator of music itself. If I can get Master's guidance, I'll be able to resolve all the doubts in my mind. Ever since I was a child, I've been learning music. I've always worshipped my holy master, who taught me everything about music. Everyone praised me, calling me a genius who would one day become famous in the world of music. But inside a cave, I once found a mysterious music book. It must have belonged to an extremely powerful expert because it contained immense energy. No matter how many times I tried to play the music written in it, I failed. It was far too difficult. I couldn't even move my hands properly, let alone play it. I've never succeeded even once. But if I show this book to Master Yi Chen, he will definitely be able to solve it, and maybe even clear all my confusion. Thinking this, Tante walks up to Yi Chen and says, Master Yi Chen, there's a book I haven't been able to understand at all. Could you guide me on how to solve it? Yi Chen looks at the book and says, its title is Transformation into Mortals. Is it really that difficult? Tante replies, yes, master. It sounds simple just by its name, but when it comes to actually playing the music, even a master would struggle. She recalls how even her holy master once tried to play it but was struck by intense backlash the moment he started. Tante adds, its effects are extremely dangerous. Even cultivators close to the peak can't handle it. Yi Chen says calmly, if that's the case, let me take a look and see what's so special about it. After glancing through it, he says, if my guess is correct, the one who wrote this book must have been a woman. Tante was shocked and replies, yes, master, you're right. The cave where we found this book belonged to a female master. It must be hers. She thinks excitedly, he figured out the author just by looking at it once. Master is incredible. From today onward, he is my idol. No matter how hard it takes, I want to become like him. Meanwhile, Yi Chen thinks, anyone can tell from the writing style and word choice that it was written by a woman. Why is she so impressed? He then says, I'll play it for you so you can understand how it's meant to be played. Tante says excitedly, Master, thank you so much. This will be my first time hearing what this piece truly sounds like. Yi Chen thinks, it's quite a complicated piece, but since I understand its essence, I should be able to play it easily. As soon as he places his hands on the piano, a terrifying surge of energy bursts out. Tante was shocked. What is this energy? Master has played before, but nothing like this ever happened. This power is overwhelming. Then Yi Chen begins to play. The moment Tante hears the music, she was completely stunned. A cold, icy aura starts surrounding her body. She thinks, Master is playing this to guide me. But why does it feel like something inside me is being released? Suddenly, it feels as though a divine seal within her has been broken. Inside her spiritual lotus, a new spiritual body begins to form, extremely powerful. At the same time, her soul becomes stronger and more condensed. Opening her eyes, she says in shock, My soul, it has condensed and become much stronger. And there's even a new special body forming inside me, far stronger than my current one. All I did was listen to Master's music, and I've already reached a realm I wouldn't have achieved even in 40 years. Scene shifts. We are shown the northern Icelands, a place where demons reside. The sound of Yi-Chen's music reaches even here. Some demon beasts are hunting when they suddenly hear the melody. One of them says, "What is this sound?" Another replies, "What kind of music is this? It sounds incredible." Suddenly the ground begins to shake violently. A powerful pink energy erupts from beneath the earth. The demons panic. "What's happening? Are we all going to die?" Then one of them realizes, "Look closely. This energy, this is the place where our demon emperor was sealed." A large demon says nervously, "It seems our demon emperor is about to awaken. After so many years, there's finally hope that she will return." Another demon says, "This must be happening because of that music. But where is it coming from? No one lives near us." Another asks, "Elder, if the demon emperor is awakening, which one is it?" The elder demon replies fearfully, "According to legend, beneath this icy land, near the gates of hell, lies the most powerful demon emperor, sealed inside a coffin. Once she awakens, no one in this world will be able to stop her. She will command all demon armies and rule over the human world." A demon begins to cry and says, "Demon emperor, please awaken. It has been 10,000 years. Our lives have become miserable. We are forced to live in this barren land, far from humans. Please come and save us." Scene shifts again. Now we see the Nalan Mountains, a place where powerful monsters reside. Yi-Chen's music reaches even here. The sound enters a cave where a monster was cultivating. Angrily, the monster says, "Who is playing this music?" As soon as the other monsters realize that the being inside the cave has awakened, they rush outside and kneel, saying, "Demon Lord, welcome back." The Demon Lord said, "Everyone rise." A fox girl stepped forward and said, "Demon Lord, 1,000 years have passed and you have been asleep all this time. What suddenly happened today that made you awaken? No one has attacked us, so we didn't even need your help." The Demon Lord replied, "Did you hear that sound just now?" The fox girl said, "Yes, I heard some music. It sounded like a piano, but it felt quite ordinary to me. What was so special about it?" The Demon Lord frowned and said, "Ordinary? Have you lost your mind? That was legendary music." The fox girl asked, "Legendary music? What do you mean?" At that moment, a hamster boy stepped forward and said, "Demon Lord, what exactly is legendary music? Please tell us." The Demon Lord sat down and said, "If that's the case, then listen carefully. First, you should know the name of that piece. It's called Transformation into Mortals. This song was written 1,000 years ago by a demon woman. Her power was extraordinary. You could even say she was beyond the level of a demon emperor. Her strength was unmatched in her era, and she was the creator of this song. She wrote it for her human lover." The other demons were shocked. A demon as powerful as a demon emperor fell in love with a human? That's unbelievable. The Demon Lord explained, "This happened countless years ago, when the world was divided mainly between demons and monsters, and humans were weak and insignificant. They were the lowest existence, treated as nothing more than servants who cooked for demons and monsters. But later, humans worked hard and discovered cultivation methods. Once they obtained cultivation, they rapidly grew stronger, so strong that they eventually stood on equal footing with demons and monsters. The world, once divided between two races, became one of three: humans, demons, and monsters. During that time, a powerful human and an extremely powerful demon fell in love. But this was against the laws of heaven. The demon woman had already reached the ascension realm, but for the sake of her human lover, she stopped advancing her cultivation. She could have become far stronger, but she sacrificed everything, even her own race, for him. Because she stayed with a human, she was punished by the heavens. The punishment was severe. Her lover used a secret method to protect her, but in the end, she was sealed deep within the northern Icelands, inside a mysterious copper coffin that no one can open. The Demon Lord added, "According to legend, that human cultivator created this song, Transformation into Mortals. Anyone who can truly play this piece can unseal the coffin and awaken the Demon Emperor. However, that human cultivator died long ago. Only his reincarnation can perform this music again. No one else in this world should be able to even touch it. But judging from what I heard just now, that was definitely transformation into mortals." The hamster boy said excitedly, "Demon Lord, if that's true, then the Demon Emperor must have heard it too. She'll soon break free from the northern Icelands, and the coffin will open. That's great news. The demons will rule the world again." The Demon Lord nodded. "You're right. The time is near when demons will regain their power and start another war against humans. The era of demons is about to return." The fox girl said, "In that case, we should prepare our army." The hamster boy agreed, "Yes, we've suffered enough because of humans. This time, we won't spare them." The Demon Lord raised his hand and said, "Wait, we don't yet know what the Demon Emperor will do after awakening. If she leads us, then conquering the world and defeating humans will be easy. Until then, we wait. Scene shifts. We now see ships from Jiken Holy Land approaching Yuanjian Holy Land. Chanfeng says, "Yes, I'm certain. This is Yuanjian Holy Land. We need to land on the 7 peaks. It looks like we arrived earlier than expected." Suddenly, the entire ship shakes violently. The disciples lose their balance and fall. Even Chanfeng stumbles. He shouts, "What just happened? Why was that shock so powerful?" The disciples panic. "Help! There's a massive barrier in front of Yuanjian Holy Land. We can't enter." Others say, "What should we do? Should we leave the ship? Or are they not allowing us to enter at all?" Scene shifts again. Inside Yuanjian Holy Land, we see Great Elder Shao along with the other 3 elders. One of them says, "Brother Shao, are you really confident you can win Jutan's 4 dragons spitting water game?" Elder Shao replies confidently, "Don't worry. I have Master Yi's guidance. He clearly showed me how to defeat Jutan. This time, I won't lose to that old bastard. I will definitely win." For nearly 100 years, they've been robbing us through these so-called games. Everything Yuanjian Holy Land had has been taken by them. Now it's time to take everything back. Another elder says, "You're right, we'll crush them." Someone else adds, "Holy Master, if you're truly a man, you must do this." Another voice echoes, "A real man never gives up." Elder Shao, "Prove it this time." Elder Shao said, "Juniors, remember one thing. When you meet them, don't show off. Don't let them realize that we already know how to break their technique. Act as if we are still as weak as we used to be." The other elders replied, "Understood, Holy Lord. We will do exactly as you say." Elder Shao continued, "Everyone from Jiken Holy Land is extremely cunning, and Zhu is the worst among them. No one knows what he might do. I have a suspicion. If he changes his technique at the last moment, then all the effort I've put in will go to waste, and I won't have any way to defeat him. So I'm telling you, say nothing." Just then, Jutan arrived. Jutan said, "Brother Shao, it's been quite some time since we last met." Elder Shao, pretending, replied, "Ah, Brother Zhu, it really has been a long time. I'm glad to see you again today. I've heard that over the past 10 years your chess skills have improved greatly." Jutan, the Holy Lord of Jiken Holy Land, smirked and said, "My 4 dragons spitting water technique was created a decade ago, and you still haven't been able to solve it. If you can't even solve it, why would I need to improve? I can defeat you every time using the same technique, and you can't do anything about it. In fact, I should thank you. Because of you, Jiken Holy Land has gained many treasures over the years. Your losses have benefited us greatly." Hearing this, the disciples were furious, thinking, "You don't know this, but we now have Master Yi's blessing. With his guidance, you won't be able to escape this time." At that moment, Elder Dilong from Jiken stepped forward and said, "It's truly ridiculous. Even after losing so many times, you still refuse to admit defeat. If it were anyone else, they wouldn't even dare to face us, but you people stand here shamelessly." Hearing this, Elder Yanjiang of Yuanjian Holy Land drew his sword and said coldly, "Old man, your Holy Lord Jutan may have the right to taunt us, but you do not." Dilong smirked and replied, "Brother Yanjiang, you're still as hot-tempered as ever. But honestly, I don't even need to deal with you. It seems you've forgotten. I have a sword too. If I draw it, things won't end well for you." Suddenly, Dilong was startled as Yanjiang's aura surged and his sword mark vanished mysteriously. He thought, what just happened? Could it be that Yanjiang has broken through? Dilong said cautiously, "Brother, have you made a breakthrough?" He couldn't believe it. Yanjiang had been stuck at his cultivation level for so long. How did he suddenly break through? Yanjiang replied calmly, "So you've noticed? Yes, I've broken through. I've reached the divine transformation realm, far stronger than before. You are no longer my match." Meanwhile, Elder Shao thought helplessly, "What was the point of everything I just said? I told them to keep quiet, and yet they've already revealed how much stronger we've become." What happens next will be revealed in the next episode. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned.